100 adults face PTSD every day. Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A camper caught fire in Millbrook and killed a man in the camper next door. The fire occurred at the K&K campground. Firefighters found the first camper almost fully engulfed in flames and spreading to other campers due to the winds. The victim in the second camper has been identified as 64-year-old Keith Wilbanks. The cause of the fire was from an electric fireplace within the first camper. A police chase in Jefferson County this week resulted in a multi-vehicle crash that included a school bus. Fortunately, no students were on the bus at the time of the crash. The chase started with a traffic stop on North Chalkville Road and ended on Roebuck Parkway. The fleeing vehicle ended up hitting the school bus and another car. 4 people then ran from the vehicle but were apprehended by police later. They're now facing charges related to drugs and firearms. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
When it's time to replace an old window or door, you want expert craftsmanship and proven experience. You want Davis Door and Sash. Right now, take advantage of our limited time promotion. 10% off materials on new energy-efficient doors and windows. Voted best in the River region for windows and installation in 2024 and 25. Davis Door and Sash would love to work for you. Call 334-288-6010 or visit davisdoorandsashalabama.com. Davis Door and Sash, the perfect fit for your home.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Thursday edition of the show. Byron Sheehy should be here soon. Eddie Bader already here. I wasn't even expecting Eddie because I thought he had granddad duty.
I did some granddad duty this morning, and I thought it was going to go into the afternoon, but it didn't, which is kind of disappointing, but it's fine.
Well, good to see you, though.
Yeah.
Fun hanging out with the kids?
It was. I gave them sugar treats at 7:40 this morning. We started out with sour gummy bears and worked our way through.
Oh, no. Why did you do that to their mother?
Because I found out she was going to be back in like an hour and a half, so the timing was going to be perfect.
So she gets the energy.
Yeah. Yeah, and Pop gets to be the hero and gets out of there.
Nice. All right. No, it's nice. I've heard the line, never have children, only have grandchildren.
Grandkids, man. The best.
So there's plenty going on today. We'll do a watch along with the whole Tom Homan press conference that happened in Minneapolis here recently. Yep. It's about 30 minutes long, and we might have to skip ahead a few times, but there were so many clips of it. I'm like, we should just watch the whole damn thing.
By the way, he could go as a gangster in any movie.
Homan?
Yeah. Like any 40s, 50s Al Capone movies, he's the guy.
Okay. Also, Trump is smacking too late Jerome Powell again.
Come on, who didn't see this coming?
Yeah, we'll read that Truth Social statement put out there. Trump has also named a new assistant AG. This is a position announced by J.D. Vance a few weeks back. It's now been filled, but this AG position, assistant AG, is brand new, and it will be meant exclusively for fighting fraud nationwide.
Really?
So not just all the cases out of Minnesota, but everywhere in the nation they suspect, and they're going to investigate to death all sorts of fraud.
They're going to have that kind of time?
Well, this is why they create the new position.
Yeah, because, dude, you
and,
know it's...
And made it approved by the Senate, like a full constitutional attorney general that can have a staff, that can have all sorts of stuff.
Because you know, as soon as they start hitting 3 or 4 states, pushback is coming.
Oh, of course it's coming.
Pushback's coming.
Came out after yesterday afternoon, after we got off air, this video, this bombshell of a video of all places the BBC released about Alex Pretti.
Did
you see this?
Oh, wait, I did with him, little extracurricular activities.
Yeah, it was 11 days before he was killed, and he is he's yelling, MFer, assault me, MFer, and spitting on officers, and as the officers are trying to pull away, he kicks out a taillight.
Yep.
So they go and scuffle with him, and at one point, they finally just give up and, like, get out of here, and you can see after the scuffle, he has the gun in his back waistband. And so this whole thing, like somebody said, this is a masterpiece. It was Elizabeth Warren, wretched woman.
Oh, yeah.
Elizabeth Warren on the Senate floor saying he was a peaceful individual. He wouldn't have harmed a fly. He was the guy taking care of people. And then you see this video and you go, no, not true, Liz.
Can we make a TikTok where we play that video and then her speaking over it?
No, that's exactly what people did.
Oh, okay, good.
It's a
All right.
Yes.
All right.
It's a masterpiece.
Man, come on.
Yeah, and maybe he was that way a year ago. Because it does seem like lately his family was noticing changes.
There's some mental changes going on in that man's life.
At a certain point, can we declare a public health crisis for the weapons-grade brainwashing that the corporate media does on the leftward population, especially elder abuse? I don't know how many of you old dumb boomers are still licking up that slop. And don't get me started. I'm not just picking on boomers today.
Oh, you pick on all of us?
No, the Gen Xers and the millennials and even younger licking up Candace Owens' slop still.
I hadn't really paid attention to that.
Yeah, I just saw it today and it annoys me. She's now apparently attacking Erica Kirk still. Somehow got access to a whole video conference call a few days after Charlie's murder. And she's, the whole time, because it's like a Zoom call, critiquing that she doesn't seem sad enough. Or something seems off here. Now, what seems off is your dumb Jezebel mouth.
Wow, man.
You crazy person.
I know it's
But
paying
the
the
reason
bill for
she's
her,
got that power is because there are a lot of people in the society that just love to lick up the slop, whether it's coming from corporate media or it's coming from the new conspiracist area. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of commercial brainwashing that goes on with even the Trump folks.
Of course.
A lot of it.
Of course. He can do no wrong to a lot of people.
So, but I think we might have to declare a public health emergency. Like, this is getting out of hand.
No, because then you're going to get the government involved, and then that's going to make things a lot worse.
That's what they really want. Right.
I mean, come on, Joey.
Also, the FBI announced it yesterday, but more details. The FBI raises eyebrows with shock raid on Fulton County Election Center on their election HQ, and who do you know? Showed up on the scene. Who? Wasn't cockeyed Cash Patel.
Oh, darn it.
Wasn't Dan Bongino because he's not working there anymore.
Yeah, he's out.
And by the way, he's not been handling the whole out of the administration very well with all the criticism he's receiving.
He's not handling it well at all.
No, and I think it's part of the trade here. Like, if you do talk radio long enough, and I don't, sometimes I turn this way, but I don't want to always turn this way. Like, you see it with Mark Levin. You definitely see it with Bongino. What is, like, you turn into just a ball of anger. Like, you have no rational thought whatsoever. And you just...
You don't feel like you're trapped in a box? Like, you got to...
No, not really. No, because, honestly, I'm not trying to change the world.
No, you seem
Get a little tired of all the people trying to change the world. Well, it's one thing to, like, invent something. Or, like, make a great work of art. Or tell an inspiring story.
What about a cool app?
Or you're just helping folks in need like crazy. Yeah, maybe you made a cool app.
Angry Birds.
It could even be Angry Birds, yes, Eddie. But all the folks that really want to change the world, and the way we do it is we lie and we manipulate people's emotions. We brainwash the masses into convincing them that somehow they have power when I have power, and I have the power to now take all their stuff, make it my stuff, and even though I've got budgets worth trillions of dollars, I then get to bitch and complain to the folks I've manipulated and brainwashed that the folks with billions of dollars have too much money, even though I'm controlling trillions. I'm tired of that type of changing the world.
Holier than thou, brother.
Yeah, the gangsta change of the world.
A lot of
I think it will always exist. I'm just whining.
But when does that we thin that herd down? Because it's only those are just getting more and more as well.
Yeah, more and more folks on the dole, more and more folks brainwashed and manipulated. It's just like, how about we just make stuff and deal with one another on a voluntary basis? That might be nice.
I like that idea.
But then somebody's got to screw it up. Go, well, why would I be voluntary with you when I got a bigger stick?
Well, that's right.
I'm like, stop talking about your stick that way.
Well,
stop
bragger.
it, Bobby. Like, I like you, Bobby, but stop it.
Bragger.
So what a world we're in today, Eddie. Now we also have Rand Paul and Marco Rubio going head to head in intellectual.
Rubio ain't got
battle.
time to be messing with him right now. He's got 20 other jobs he needs to be doing.
I know, and also Rubio with Tammy Duckworth. Whack, whack.
Yeah.
She is really putting the screws to him, holding him accountable, or something like that. And I was expecting a call from Erica Thomas, but I don't see any.
Erica?
I don't see Erica on the phone. I don't see her at all.
Neither do I. You know where you can find her, though? Sticky Talk.
Mm-hmm. But the person over there at the raid, FBI raid at the election center, wasn't Cockeyed Cash.
Wasn't Cash.
Wasn't
Bongino.
Yeah, see, I got on that whole tangent. It was probably, and I might be wrong, the hottest member of the Trump cabinet. The most attractive, man or woman, most attractive member of Trump's cabinet.
Pam Bondi's pretty hot now.
Hotter than Pam Bondi. All day, every day, hotter than Pam Bondi. I'm sorry, even if you're a fan of blondes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, maybe you're just like, I only like that pale white skin. I don't want anything. It's like, okay. White skin, right?
Darn. Wasn't Pam Bondi? And not a Cash Patel.
No, it's not. It's not Pete Hegseth. Sorry. It's not Marco. It's not Doug Burgum.
That's where I was going, Joey. No, who else would be in that?
Think intelligence.
Oh, now you're making my brain
And it's
hurt.
not John Ratcliffe.
It's not the Walrus because he threw him out.
Who's the hottie? The baddie.
I can't think of the girl's name with the blonde hair. That's
No,
super
it's
hot.
not blonde hair.
That young chick.
Think sorceress, Eddie.
The one you like?
Yes.
Oh, I can't even think of her name, Joey. I don't know why you're into her because her hair's got the two different colors in it.
No, because Tulsi Gabbard is objectively attractive. What is wrong with you now? I'm rethinking I think you're brainwashed.
No,
I
it's
need to
just-
throw you in a mental institution.
You can never trust a woman that's got black and white hair.
It's from the stress of serving in combat, by the way.
No, that's hereditary, I believe. I've seen dudes with it too.
I'm saying stressors can bring that out.
But it's okay. So
anyway, Tulsi was the one. Tulsi Gabbard was the one.
Why was
the
she
head,
there?
the director of national intelligence.
why was she there?
She was there to oversee.
Really, what's she gonna do?
Like what they find. They're saying it's over they're being very tight-lipped about it.
That makes me worried that they didn't find anything because the Trump administration, when they do a bust,
No. It's not it's a court-sealed like warrant essentially.
who got this thing going? It was the Trumpster. You know this.
Well, sure. It was Fulton
if there were
County. Fulton
anything-
County is the one who gave him the mugshot.
I just feel like if there were anything that they found, it would be Trump would be holding his hand today.
I don't think it works that way.
See?
Hey, Byron, how are you?
Gentlemen, sorry I'm late. Might be a lot to go through.
Well, I figured, but I just figured thered be a big,
No,
big
and
bone
apparently
there
there's a
waiting for him.
lot of records that just Fulton County's never even given up after court orders. Yeah.
How do you do that?
You just don't do it. And you say,
It's the Fulton
Wait a minute.
County way.
We don't
I
want
mean, I might be going to court someday soon. I didn't even know this was an option. You just don't do what they say?
It's like, yeah.
Why? Just take it.
Never knew that as an option. They never presented that to me as an option.
Just take it.
Something about consequences, though. You can do
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you want, but there are consequences, Eddie.
Okay, what have these consequences been yet for Fulton County? Exactly. So
Anyway, let's see who this is on line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, gentlemen, it's Kilroy.
Hey, Kilroy. How are you?
what's up, man?
I'm all right. I completely missed everything y'all said after who's the hottest member. And Eddie, I'm sorry. I got to give it to Joey on this one.
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm so glad he didn't say Christy Nome because it's definitely
No.
There's just something about that one.
No, it looks like she'd melt under a
Yeah,
heat lamp.
something about
Tulsi?
that one.
The Tulsi's the hot.
Tulsi's the hot. Yeah.
I guess
That
Eddie's
is
got a
close.
thing for blondes.
Not necessarily. I just don't trust. And I'm sorry,
Or,
Pamela,
hey,
who
wait,
keeps
is-
texting me. I don't
wait.
trust women with two different color
Wait,
hairs.
is Marco like that impressive to you now? That you're going a little. Just gotta ask. I'm not accusing you.
I am reaching
Well,
that
Eddie-
certain age. So
Eddie,
yeah.
you
He's got another job to do. This stinks.
What's that, Gilroy?
I said, Eddie, you can't trust any of them. One color hair, two color hair, no hair.
But
Can't
when they
trust
run
any
that
of 'em.
streak, that's a streak of
Only-
sorcery. Just yeah.
only-
You don't like
Maybe.
sorcery?
No,
Why not?
cause dude, that's not good, man.
What's wrong with the spell?
I don't want that. I already feel like I'm under their spell already.
I think the book preaches against that.
Yeah, right.
Besides that,
Thank
But
you.
what if it was like a natural, like, well, no necromancy, no communing with that. Don't bring out your Ouija board. I agree with you. Yeah, the Bible's
know
not
some
cool
of the
with that.
spirits.
Right. But maybe if it's just will and word sort of thing, like just naturally stuff happens when you say things. Would you be down with that, Eddie?
I think no. I think she should color her hair like a normal person.
I appreciate you backing me up, Kilroy, and
Party of one.
and I heard you the other day on that other show talking about that you once were part of the crazy left, or you were at least along for the ride because of love.
It was definitely not lust. It was one of those evil sorceresses. But
Succubus.
I was raised Democrat in college. We're about the same age. I decided to get a little out there with it, and it wasn't really for me. And luckily, I grew up.
That's what generally happens.
No, but that's kind of the fun thing to do, where you really are in love. You're following this crazy broad around. She's like painting dolphins on the side of walls, because they need to be saved or something. And you're going along with it. Honey, you need more spray paint? Yeah, you might.
That's how you know you're under spell.
We were dodging rubber bullets. It was a little different.
Was it like the World Economic Forum protest, or what protests were these?
This was the Republican National Convention back in '08 up in Minneapolis, St. Paul, actually.
Is that right?
And,
John McCain fighting.
you can probably find some footage of what went on the bridge when it got blockaded. I cannot confirm nor deny if I was there.
At what point did you decide to give up on love with this one? Was it when the rubber bullets were flying at you? or did you hang in there for more?
Well, I guess you missed this part when I was telling Scott and Sky, but it was when I found out about the body hair.
Oh, yeah. Rapunzel, let down your
When
hair.
she had body hair?
More than you or I.
She Italian?
She Chewbacca-like?
No.
Persian?
I'm guessing this love affair wasn't that long lasting.
French?
It was not. It was quick, and then on to the next one. Of course, she was a communist too. But
I see a pattern.
But she called herself a progressive consistently.
Well, she definitely shared.
Right.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Man, it seems like you've had many different meanings of the word fellow traveler, kind sir.
yeah, she literally had Mao Zedong over her bedroom or over her bed.
That's a sign, brother. I mean,
That is a sign, but that's a sign of
that's a sign.
it might get really good here in a minute.
That's it, stage right. Real quick, like.
This is complete fact.
I don't care if you're a communist, it's going down like the wall of
Yeah,
Berlin.
buddy.
So,
Oh, man.
time to switch teams.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, good to have you on our side, especially after all those experiences. It's
Yeah.
kind of fun to still have them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they make for fun stories. Probably one of the reasons I drink now, but
At least you got a reason.
He's got a complex. Little PTSD.
Still see visions of Mao over my bed.
You're a strong man, sir.
Oh, no doubt.
I gotta get out of here.
Appreciate you, man.
See you, bud. Dude, okay, Joey.
Yeah, what?
You're even in college. You go to your friends. That's a girl's dorm, and
I
there's
was down with all the feminism stuff.
that worries me, Joey.
Like the sex positive feminism stuff, which I was
That
like, wait,
doesn't get
these are
anywhere.
broads into porn?
All that gets you is straight into the friend zone, dude.
Maybe. Not always.
All right. Well, blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Yeah.
No, when you see, there are a lot of these ladies that are married.
Oh yeah, now they are.
These
They're-
left winger ones, and you go, well, and sometimes you're confused. You see the husband, and you're like, that's like a man's man right there. But then often there's a type.
Yeah.
There's an effeminate type.
You didn't say happily married.
No,
That too. Right.
didn't say that at all.
Right. And I just entertained this in college. And, I actually also, when I was younger, I was kind of like, you just full individualism. Like, you
I
be
can be
whatever
you.
you want to be.
Whatever you want to be.
And if I was taking my cues from, artists and, musicians. And, like rock and roll, baby. Like, be confidently you and have a good time.
Okay.
And then it turned into this sad where all you had was the weird presentations. And
So you're okay with the cat people? I mean, I'm an individual. I'm a cat.
What do you mean okay with the cat people?
Well, you said you were all about individuals. They could do whatever they want. If I decided at that time, Joey, I'm a cat.
I'm not going to pass laws.
No, but if I'm saying, hey, I'm a cat now, are you going to say, okay, Eddie's a cat, we're all going to accept him as a cat?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Just making sure.
No, you can be an individual, but there's this thing called objective reality outside of you.
Just checking.
No, I never
Checking
went
your
that
boundaries.
far for me. It never went to like the full-on subjective, like, no, just my own ego and my truth.
Oh, but your truth.
Yeah, no,
Forget
I never
everybody
went
else's.
that far. No, it was more respect for, like, and I still have it to this day. I guess I have a heart of a lib. Maybe I'm a hick lib at heart.
Oof.
Who knows? Like, I do respect the folks that are little odd ducks. And, like, I care about them.
Do you respect them?
And
or
I
you
hope
relate to
that
them?
they are doing well in life. But when it becomes this performative and then weaponized political thing, I'm like, I'm going to spray you with a bottle, you stupid cat.
You said it when you were like the objective reality. Whenever they asked me to participate in
they're crazy,
that,
yeah.
like, nah, you keep
And
crazy
people,
confined over
also,
there.
I keep in mind, people go through phases.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you just heard there with Kilroy. Like, you go through phases.
Seasons of life, you do. You
Yeah.
go through seasons, man.
Yeah.
Same with people. People come in and out of your life. It's a season thing.
Well, and I was on the kick, especially on all the sex stuff. It's just repression by the Catholic Church. Yeah, 12 years at Catholic school.
Yeah, but...
And now I'm kind of like 37. I'm like, damn, they're right.
Yeah.
They're really right. In fact, along with like murder, I would say a lot of sexual sin is, it can eat you up
Oh, yeah.
in a way that is unlike, I ate too much or something. Anyway, I'm sharing too much.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get some calls.
No, I'll just go to the, you want to
No,
screen them or I can do an ad?
Knock it out, baby. Knock it
Let's
out.
go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
This is Erica.
Hey, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
How you
are
doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Pretty good. I hope you've been listening.
I've been listening for about 2 minutes. I was supposed to call a little bit earlier, but unfortunately I was on the phone with an attorney that I'm working on a story for, so I couldn't get off the phone. So sorry for that. But I thought what I was hearing was kind of a conversation about, like, women's roles, I guess.
Well, it wasn't
Roles
as,
in Joey's life.
it wasn't as straightforward as that. It was more, we had a call from a great guy named Kilroy, who in his younger lives was part of he followed a couple of commie ladies into protesting at the RNC and stuff. He was in love with communist ladies. And he's now changed his ways. And I was thinking back on my time where I used to be like all down with the sex positive feminism, more as a cynical ploy. But Right, and you change and you realize, it wasn't just repression by the Catholic Church. Maybe there's something wise about living on the straight and narrow. Anyway.
Well, I'm glad to know you're no longer a beta male, Joey.
Beta! No, I think actually there's a lot of folks listening going, the jury's still out on that boy. No, what's the new one? That would be definitely, no, I'm a Sigma male.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oy.
And we're over here looks max and breaking my jaw to look more manly. It's like, all right, that's
Do what you
really
gotta
going to
do.
be the secret to happiness, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so you've been doing some writing for 1819 News, haven't you, Erica?
Every day, all day, every day.
Well, and, it actually ties in. This story, and it had some legs, no pun intended. The University of South Alabama, there were these conservative students heckled at a campus sex toy bingo night.
Yeah, well, wow, that sounds like a lot when you say it that way. Yeah. The crazy thing about this story is this happened at the University of South Alabama. In the student center, they had a sex toy bingo night. So when I heard about this, I actually heard about it from Young Americans for Freedom. Mm-hmm. Joshua Smith is a student. He's a senior. He's a biology major there at USA, and he's part of this recognized group. But the other recognized group at USA is Planned Parenthood's Generation Action, and it's a student-led reproductive freedom group. They're the ones that hosted this bingo night, and they gave away sex toys for prizes And, you know, for the most part, you would think these are probably all adults. But, I mean, I know I started taking college classes when I was only 15 years old. I had to be driven to the school, you know, for a year before I could drive myself. And then, so there are situations where there's younger people on campus. Some people graduate high school at 17. And so that's where we see there could have been an issue. Also, to allow this kind of thing to be going on, highly inappropriate, the things they were talking about. They were talking about group sex toys and all kinds of stuff in a video taken by Joshua Smith. For that to be occurring on a college campus that, you know, gets funded by taxpayers a great deal, it's being called into question. Not to mention, after this event, the students are caught on camera definitely breaking the student policy, the student code of conduct policy, yelling, cursing at Joshua Smith and his group he was with. I do have a link to that video on 1819news.com. You can go see it for yourself if you're interested. But definitely worth a discussion. This story is definitely worth a discussion on what should be allowed at college campuses. Should they have done this maybe off campus? I would say that would probably have been a better choice. Also, did they do anything at all to ensure that everybody getting in that room was old enough to legally be getting those items? Because there's, you know, we have obscenity laws, we have laws that protect minors in Alabama, and I mean, that could have opened them up to criminal activity, not to mention the fact that they're breaking the student code of conduct. But I did reach out to the school. They responded by saying that, you know, the school doesn't really require a detailed review of events that are going down on their campus and their student center. And then the group, the Planned Parenthood Generation Action Group, I also sent them a very long, detailed media request. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting because I think they accidentally copied me on a forward to one of the professors at the school. Oh. Because the president of Generation Action, Paige Wilson, when she forwarded it, she accidentally had me on the email, and she told Dr. Ryan, which I'm not sure exactly who that is. It's a professor at the school. I imagine is probably a sponsor of this group, or maybe looks over all the recognized groups at the school. The email said, you know, I hope you're doing well. We got this media inquiry. We don't plan to respond to this, but we just wanted to make sure it was on your radar. I found out they weren't going to respond by being on this email. It was interesting.
Yeah, and also, like, you asked why are they hosting sex-positive sexual wellness events, or the guidelines around them? And I would say at this point in my life, that's not even sex-positive. That's just disordered, and it's certainly not a sign of wellness. And even in my younger years, where I could have a sort of intellectual, well, we don't need repression. What's all the guilt about all this stuff? And as long as it's voluntary. But, like, you got a bunch of kids, like freshmen essentially, in a room, and they're playing bingo, and I guess they win, like, some sex toy. It just seems like, why? Like, that just seems odd, like, especially if you're not caught up in it in a young person.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recognize this as sex positive or sexual health education activity, but that's how they refer to it.
Right.
So, you know, that's their loophole, their way to get around it. And it was interesting, the questions that I had, because I think it's just the questions a lot of people have, a lot of parents have. You know, before you send your kid off to school, you have a right to know what goes on these campuses. And I think it's important to really look into what your child might be exposed to, because even though they might be 18, they're adults, we all know that parents dish out tons of money every semester for their child to be educated, not for their child to be indoctrinated at such a young, impressionable age. I never saw stuff like this even at UAB, when I went to UAB, which is one of the most diverse. Yeah. I mean, and we probably attended the universities around the same time, but this is something that's changed over the years, and I think it's been like a slow increase of this type of indoctrination, and so parents just need to be aware. And that's what I wanted to do, is just let them know, like, hey, this is going on. Right. Where's your young adult at 9 p.m. tonight?
Yeah, no, the most I remember at Auburn is I think around the whole freshman orientation week, they were handing out condoms. I mean, Byron, did you ever see anything like this in Tuscaloosa up at the University of Alabama?
Brother, I was in a fraternity, so I'm going to plead the fifth on all
Well, that's not the same thing as
to,
like in the Student Activity Center we're playing bingo with sex toys.
I didn't go in the Student Activity
Right,
Center.
I was about to say, you all went into the cellar. You learned your lesson.
I went to Galette's.
And you taught the next generation that lesson.
Galette's.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Big Good, the fraternity house.
All right. Yeah, different.
In the stadium.
Different culture.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's different to me too, but I don't remember the university sponsoring or having part or housing anything, even remotely close to this.
Yeah, that's where they dropped the ball, is the fact that it was held in the student center. I mean, the fact that they allowed that to happen in the main building of the taxpayer-funded public university, yeah, that's problematic.
And I'll be blunt, I still don't know what sex toy bingo even means.
I don't know what sex positive means. When something's so ambiguous like that, of course this is going to be problematic.
There should be no shame. If you want to film yourself having sex with whoever, and it's voluntary, there should be no shame involved in that lovely natural act, is kind of the idea. And again, the older I get, I'm like, no, there's a lot of reason for shame. A lot of reason.
Well, I will say there's some things that when they did the bingo, the questions were more focused on, health, STDs, that sort of thing. Oh. I mean, it was information that, people might want to know if they're going to be sexually active in college, prevention, that sort of thing. The issue was the winners got actual sex toys as prizes. So
maybe
that's what sex toys mean.
I think we've got a new idea for Mayor Stephen Reed. We got the STD issue still here in Montgomery. Let's do a Montgomery-sponsored. No, if it's about wellness and anyway, what a mess. I don't know. That not only caught my attention, but definitely the readers there at 1819 News. And another one. This could affect anybody who likes to travel down to our white sandy beaches here in Alabama. Baldwin County updates plans for Beach Express to I-65 access?
Yes, now this is a long-term plan that they're hoping to, just get ahead of. And so we're not talking about they're about to build this road. They're getting ready to. They aren't doing anything like that. They don't even have funding for this. They're just hoping to get a plan so that then they can kind of look for funding sources, maybe from the state, from ALDOT, or federal transportation funds. The issue is Baldwin Beach Express is not as accessible in all areas from I-65, so they want to do a 25-mile multi-lane divided highway, and they're calling it the Baldwin Beach Express 2 Access Management Plan. So the Baldwin County Commission approved the first part of this plan. They do have $4 million that they've already put towards right-of-way acquisition. But Baldwin County Engineer Frank Lundy said this approval was an extremely important part of the planning for growth in Baldwin County. As y'all know, Baldwin County is the fastest-growing county. Some of the areas where Beach Express goes through, like Foley, is one of the top growing cities in the entire nation. So they're trying to plan ahead, make sure that they're putting in the infrastructure needed. But Lundy said this first step is a huge step in ensuring that people will have easy access to the beach from all other areas, but also the local people will not be impacted negatively.
Makes a lot of sense because you want to see that growth coming. You want to welcome those tourists, but you also want to lay down a great area for people that want to lay down roots. And I don't know. I think it affects the whole state, especially. And remind me again, how long out are these long-term plans?
They don't have like a date range, but I talked to Commissioner Billy Joe Underwood, and she told me it probably wouldn't even happen in her tenure as a commissioner. So,
oh, wow.
She's thinking 20 years or so out.
Well, I always appreciate your time, and we're a little short on time, but I'm looking forward to the other story if you're talking to some attorney and you have something else to throw out there this afternoon.
It's going to be really interesting. I'll give you a little teaser here. There's a Coleman spa owner that was arrested last year in connection to this felony drug trafficking case. Apparently, she was giving fake prescriptions to people. Well, her whole family kind of has a past. Interesting, though, Gerald Swindle, like the Bassmaster, is her stepfather. He has nothing to do with any of these criminal charges. He's a great guy. Love him. Huge fan. It's really sad to see what she's doing now, and I will expose exactly what she's doing online these days. Might surprise people because she did just bond out with over $1 million out of jail, still awaiting her trial, and what she's doing online is quite questionable.
Well, folks, you can check that out at 1819news.com when it drops, I guess, after 2 p.m. And always appreciate your time, Erica. If folks want to follow you, how can they do so?
Head over to 1819news.com. You can email me and all of our amazing news reporters, news at 1819news.com. We'll all get it. The easiest way to get in touch with us. Also, all of our emails are at the bottom of each of our stories.
We appreciate it, and we'll talk again next week.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless. Again, Erica Thomas there at 1819news.com. And I didn't plan that whole, we're talking about our past, and then this story pops up. I swear, I don't remember anything like that at Auburn. I mean, I've been around where, some parties and stuff where the sex toy is kind of a joke, if you know what I mean. Sure, that happened at the frat house, for instance.
It's happened at bachelorette parties. I mean, all kinds of weird things.
Right.
The fact that it was at the student center is probably the problematic part.
I would think so.
Yeah, but what if they're teaching kids how to not get the clap?
In a weird way, I mean, getting the kids in there so that they could actually educate them on sex. Kudos to them for that. Maybe try a different method at a different location. Maybe.
Maybe title it a little bit different. Not dildo bingo or whatever it was called.
Stay away from that.
That actually has a better ring, rolls off the tongue a little better.
Maybe the word PowerPoint should be included.
Yeah, there you go. Something like that would make it sound a little more professional. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, this part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings. And at Dillon Rings, they are ready to help you out, especially as Valentine's Day is getting closer and closer and closer. Gentlemen, it's almost here.
It is. Right
by
around the corner.
second, it's getting real close. And you're like, oh, Joey, it's weeks away. Well, those weeks will just fly by like
in a minute.
The seconds that we've been just speaking here. Get by Dillon Rings if you want to find a truly beautiful and unique piece for Valentine's Day to show your love, well, to the lady you love. And I'm looking on Facebook, Dillon Rings Facebook page.
I saw that this morning.
Looking at a recently made, custom-made
beautiful
ring that they completed for a client. Mm-hmm. The client, inherited some jewelry and wanted a new piece made with the gem and diamonds to remember the giver. So that's one thing that I love that they do. You inherit something, it's not your fashion, it's outdated in terms of the fashion, but I mean the sentiment behind it, and these are still precious gems and stones. Why not have Josh Ryder there at Dillon Rings make you a custom piece? And looking at this, I'm not surprised that he pulled this off, but he is just that good, folks. And it's a great process. And in fact, I mentioned this for Christmas. Gentlemen, maybe what you do is you get a Valentine's gift where it's the process of creating something custom.
That's a great idea.
And let the lady in on it.
Then you're doing something with her, spending time with her.
Exactly. Y'all check them out today. 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery. That's 119 Brown Springs Road, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fools on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi there, I'm Madeline Cannon with Alabama Home Mortgage. Getting pre-approved is the first step towards home ownership. People are often scared or nervous about taking that first step, but I'll tell you, it's nothing to be scared of. At Alabama Home Mortgage, we will take the first step and every step along the way with you. Call us at 567-4223. We will gather the information needed to tell you exactly what you qualify for. After a call to Alabama Home Mortgage, you will know what price point to shop for, what down payment is required, if any, and what your monthly mortgage payment will look like. We take all the guessing out of it. Then, when you find the house you want to make your home, you are ready to make an offer. Along with your offer, you will submit your Alabama Home Mortgage pre-approval letter. This shows sellers that you've already taken the steps necessary to ensure that you qualify to purchase their home. Wait no longer. It's time to take that first step together. Call me at 567-4223 or start the process online at myalabamahomemortgage.com.
That's Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Tom and Abby with Trademark Coins and Currency in Montgomery. We are the River Region's only veteran-owned and operated coin shop with over 40 years experience in the industry. At Trademark Coins and Currency, we are always buying, selling, and trading coins, currency, silver and gold bullion, and scrap gold and jewelry. We offer free appraisals as well as professional coin grading and are conveniently located off Vaughn Road in Montgomery. Visit us on the web at trademarkcoinsandcurrency.com or stop by the shop anytime. And remember,
don't be a chump and come to the best coin shop in the Gump.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of the good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man, well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather. Well, hi, everybody. We're seeing some minor temporary temperature modification, but hang on. There is more extreme Arctic air in our future. But for today, a little better with a high temperature in the lower 50s. Look for a sun and cloud mix today, partly cloudy and near freezing for the overnight low temperature tonight. Tomorrow, I've got us around 51 for the high temperature on Friday with rain chances not 0, but we'll say under 20% in this part of the state. Then that next stage of Arctic air begins funneling in Friday night. The weekend will be dangerously cold with a high temperature on Saturday barely up to about 31, even with mostly sunny skies. Then I think we'll fall to the middle teens on Saturday night, but the wind chill factor by Sunday morning dawn will be 0 to 5 above. That's some dangerous cold. And the high on Sunday only up to about 39. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. I don't know where Eddie Bader went, but Byron Sheehy is still here in the studio with me. And in a second, I want to get to Tom Homan and what's the latest from the Trump administration there in Minneapolis. Long and short of it, it looks like they've come to some agreement with the county and with the state. And it will mostly be focused on, which they're doing all over the nation, with folks who are actual criminals that have violated a lot of good laws, including folks that maybe haven't fully gone to trial, but somebody is arrested and likely that is them, and you assault somebody and you're not from here. Well, now it looks like the state of Minnesota, at least with the county jail in Minneapolis, will hand over folks who are, about to be released from that jail or something like that. So more cooperation, I think, coming. And Tom Homan saying ICE in Minneapolis will focus on, quote unquote, targeted operations, not sweeps, is the new standard that they are laying out there. So we'll get to that more in full a little later. Homan, I think he has a lot of credibility, given he served under multiple administrations, literally was given an award by Barack Obama, but that doesn't matter now. He's working for Trump. He must be a fascist.
Right.
It's so tiresome.
I like that dude, man.
Homan?
Me too. I was listening to the first part of the show on the drive in. He could also play football coach.
Oh, yeah.
Any sort of motivator of men. This guy, I'd follow him in the trenches.
And then did you see I asked Eddie earlier, did you see the latest video the BBC of all places put out about this so-called Boy Scout nurse, Alex Pretti?
Man, I haven't really paid any attention to
probably
this
to your
dude,
credit.
man.
Yeah.
It's probably to your credit. But what they released was 11 days before the altercation where he was shot and killed. And he ain't no choir boy or peaceful protester.
Really?
No, yeah.
He's yelling, assault me, MFer. And he's not just using hard letters.
He's looking for it.
He's up in their faces. They're not even they're just kind of leave.
Wanting to get out of there.
I thought he was carrying sandwiches to homeless people when all this happened.
Yeah, he's yelling, assault me, MFer. He spits on one of the officers, is getting in their face, yelling pretty rough. And then, but again, the officers are trying to leave. They hop in their SUV. He just high kicks the back taillight, breaks it fully. The whole structure falls out. And that's when they get out of the car and start to scuffle with him. And after they kind of just push him into the sidewalk, you can actually see in the video there's that pistol in his back waistband. Again, this whole idea of what a peaceful protester who was martyred by fascist thugs. It's just, y'all have seen too many damn movies. Turn off the Netflix.
It just makes no sense. If you're going to a protest of any kind that's peaceful, what are you bringing a gun for?
Yeah.
What are you bringing a gun for?
I don't even care about that because it's your right to be able to carry a gun.
Sure.
But the consequences part, and I mean, every person in the administration has said this. If you're not cognizant enough to realize that if you are strapped and have a firearm on you and show up to an event around law enforcement, you're going to be held to a different standard.
Yes.
You're an idiot.
Well, you don't need to have the gun to begin with.
Exactly.
That's my thing.
Well, and it's one thing if you're at an event and they see, maybe you're open carrying. That the law enforcement is going to note you, but they're probably not going to mess with you in the sense of you're not messing with anybody else. But if you get into a physical altercation with the police and you have a weapon on you, you better just go limp and explain, I have a weapon,
You don't.
I mean, a lot of folks, at traffic stops, will declare, I'm carrying,
But that's the
cooperate.
responsibility of the gun owner.
Right.
That's a responsible gun owner.
Right.
This person here was not the responsible gun owner. That's why I say a responsible gun owner would not have gone to this event with a gun in his pocket.
Right. And again, it wasn't to pass out sandwiches.
No.
Or to, sutures and Band-Aids and stuff. No.
Lead, baby.
I'm going to double down
Agitation.
on what I said the other day. If we don't have some sort of federal RICO case against some of this organized, paid disobedience, and I shouldn't just say disobedience, breaking federal laws, then we're missing the mark. I mean, we can do this. I don't understand why it hasn't been done.
I do.
100% agree.
Epstein list. They had the list. They haven't done that. Why would they go any further to incriminate themselves? Because half of those folks are on that list, and I guarantee you half of those folks are getting money or giving money to these causes.
I think the Epstein thing has much more to do with he was a client of all the major world intelligence organizations. Not as much, like there are people on the list who had associations with them. It'd be deeply embarrassing. And
there you go.
And also, like, if it could be proven they've done something horribly wrong, like a crime, that would also be terrible. But I think that's different than you have a network of left-wingers that are organized agitators acting like an insurgency to defy the enforcement of federal law. Who's funding it? Who's organizing
You instantly
it?
go to the left-wingers. My thing is, I don't believe it's all left-wing people. I don't believe that at all. Yeah.
In Minneapolis?
Yep. The whole system. It's dude, there are people that benefit from both sides of agitation.
Sure.
That's why I refer back to the Epstein list. Nobody wants that release.
Well, whoever is doing the agitation can be treated like it's a RICO case.
It hadn't yet. They had a pallet of bricks, and you can't tell me they couldn't have traced down that pallet of bricks. They just not going to do it.
No.
Just ain't going to do
You're
it.
right. I mean, he's right. If they wanted to, they would.
They would. It's not that hard. If you put $10 in your Cash App, they could tell you where that $10 Cash App came from. Mm-hmm. But they can't find all this other money and that's going around. They can't. Right.
Right. Or if we cross that line, then maybe they'll go after our dirty deeds.
I mean,
as well.
Specific to the Minnesota stuff, like, am I to believe that all this money came from Somalia? I mean, like one of the poorest countries on earth.
No, a lot of the money was going to Somalia.
It was funneled through that, right?
Or like a lot of, and that's why they've named a new assistant AG to fight that in particular. Like that position is created in particular to go after welfare fraud, entitlement fraud. So they were getting a lot of these monies coming through. A lot of it was going directly out of the country to Somalia.
Yeah, suitcases at a time.
Yes.
I wonder how much of it came back for stuff like this.
Oh, sure. But, okay, Minnesota, Somalia is their sponsor country. I guarantee you every state's got one. Guarantee you. Somalia is not a unique situation.
I bet you every blue state's got one.
Oh, guaranteed that. Guaranteed. But it's too easy to launder money for that kind of thing.
Too many NGOs, too many shells.
Yeah, on purpose.
Yeah. Though at this point, I blame Candace Owens.
Okay.
No, I'm just on that stuff.
I know, but I mean,
no, I would love to.
I'm losing my love for her, but I can't blame her.
No,
for
it's just like she's the one actually behind all this.
Oh,
right, crazy bitch.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
When winter settles in, homes should feel warm, safe, and comfortable. The Luke Wire team has taken care of River Region families since 1983 with their trusted technicians and 24/7 emergency services. From furnace repairs to heat pump issues, they're there when your family needs them most. This winter, choose a company you can trust for the comfort your family deserves. Whatever you require, call Luke Wire. AL license number 22154.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Clark.
Oh, welcome back. I was just off air advocating for more shame.
For Eddie specifically. He didn't.
There ain't no shame in my game, man.
Yeah. That's just a fun thing to say to somebody with disdain. Look at you.
Look at me.
I expected better.
This part of the program brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing, and they have no shame in their game.
No, they
at
don't.
all. They are fantastic at what they do, helping with any and all of your plumbing needs. Could be you got a toilet that just won't stop running.
Yep.
Like the little balloon, like a little capsule thing.
Flapper.
A little flapper.
A flapper.
That it won't seal up.
Nope.
Like the chain's fine, but it won't. And you're like, what is this?
Well, honestly, if and a lot of people do, they put those chemicals in the back of their toilet to make it toilet smell fresh. Well, that eats that plastic seal up around there over time. So they only got about a year and a half lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Man, that guy made bank off that patented invention.
The flapper?
Yeah, but now you probably got to call up Cole Plumbing to help with your broken flapper. Or maybe you got a faucet that won't stop dripping.
Have that.
Could be your garbage disposal just kaput. And it stinks, too.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. Stop pouring hot grease down there. It's not working.
Yeah. I'm lubricating it, Joey.
Yeah, right. Stop that. You just stop that right now. Now, you might have a major problem, especially with the cold, like a burst pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Coming up this weekend.
I almost,
Leave them dripping,
feel
folks.
like the tree through my roof was easier than a burst pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Like, seriously, terrible problem. Or maybe you got a gas line leak, which is very dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Well, Cole Plumbing can fix stuff like that with this proprietary pipelining technology that allows them to do it without tearing up a bunch of drywall or digging up a huge hole in your yard. They can do it with precision and expertise, or they can help you upgrade to a tankless water heater system or anything you want to add to the bathroom or the kitchen. Cole Plumbing has your back. You can always make an appointment online at coleplumbing.com, but I say go ahead and save their number. That's 279-8919. 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call Cole, Joey.
Second hour coming up.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. All eyes are on the status of budget negotiations on Capitol Hill, which could lead to a possible government shutdown. Democrats have refused to advance the latest GOP proposal just to avoid that shutdown. That's because they're unhappy about funding for Homeland Security, because they're also unhappy about those ICE raids in Minneapolis and demanding serious changes in the way they're being carried out. More rough weather could be on the way, and that includes in some states on the East Coast, already trying to dig out from a big winter storm that came this past weekend. Forecasters say another storm will shape up off the coast of the Carolinas on Saturday, come inland, and most likely move into the mid-Atlantic. President Trump tried to make it easier for homeowners to rebuild their homes that were destroyed by a wildfire in Los Angeles last year. He's going to do that through an executive order reducing the amount of regulation for rebuilding. This is SRN News.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. It's time to schedule your spring tune-up with Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Don't wait. Schedule today. Give them a call at 334-277-2125. Alabama certification number 88007.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We're seeing some minor temporary temperature modification, but hang on. There is more extreme Arctic air in our future. But for today, a little better with a high temperature in the lower 50s. Look for a sun and cloud mix today, partly cloudy and near freezing for the overnight low temperature tonight. Tomorrow, I've got us around 51 for the high temperature on Friday with rain chances not zero, but we'll say under 20% in this part of the state. Then that next stage of Arctic air begins funneling in Friday night. The weekend will be damn dangerously cold with a high temperature on Saturday barely up to about 31, even with mostly sunny skies. Then I think we'll fall to the middle teens on Saturday night, but the wind chill factor by Sunday morning dawn will be 0 to 5 above. That's some dangerous cold. And the high on Sunday only up to about 39. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The holidays may be over, but the bills don't have to weigh you down. Let ASE Credit Union help lighten your financial load with our special post-holiday loan options. Visit us online at yourasecu.com or stop by one of our branches to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Alabama could be on the verge of a minimum wage increase. For over 15 years, the state hasn't had a minimum wage requirement, defaulting instead to the federal rate of $7.25 an hour. Senate Bill 171 would establish a state-mandated minimum wage of $10 per hour. If passed into law, SB 171 would take effect January 1st next year. Open enrollment for Alabama's School Choice Educational Savings Account program is now underway. Families may apply for the 2026-27 school year through March 31st, with award notification scheduled to be announced on April 15th. Funding is up to $7,000 for private schools or $2,000 for homeschool. Auburn University is generating plenty of online attention. A new study analyzed a year of Google search trends to determine how many monthly searches each university gets on average. Auburn averaged almost 200,000 monthly searches, placing it 10th nationwide. Auburn is the only Alabama school in the top 50 for average searches. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Stop what you're doing and head to Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery during the Start Something New sales event. Right now, save up to $11,000 on select 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees, perfect for the family life and weekend adventures. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. Must finance with Stellantis Financial. Payments plus taxes, title, and fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2026. Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. Family driven.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Are you getting ready to put your home up for sale? Remember the 6 Ps. Prepare your home by deep cleaning, painting where needed, yard work, decluttering the inside. Present your home to the market through the experienced realtor who knows how to market the home and get it sold. Price the home at fair market value of what the home should bring in today's market. Your realtor can guide you in pricing the home to sell, not sit. Pay for part of the closing cost and provide a 1-year warranty. Buyers today don't have the down payment and all the cost of buying a home without some help. Prepare to look at offers from the marketplace and accept the best offer for your needs. And 6, place your trust in experienced professionals, including your realtor, closing attorney, and mortgage company. For all the details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. And remember, we are now hiring agents, both new and experienced. Call me today for an interview. Bo Goodson, 221-2883.
This is Jonathan with Oswalt's Apparel and Footwear in Prattville. With all that's changed in the last decade, I really thought that radio advertising was dead, but I was wrong. We opened our store during the pandemic, and we wouldn't have been near successful without advertising on Blue Water. Practically every day, someone comes in for the first time and tells us they heard about Oswalt's on the radio. I highly recommend advertising with Blue Water.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
country. We live in the southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Why do you stop bobbing your head when the cameras go on, Eddie?
I don't even notice the cameras. I'm looking at pictures.
You were looking at pictures of what?
Of my grandkids this morning.
Good. Wholesome Eddie is good.
Yeah.
Y'all want some good news?
What you got?
Tomorrow said I will never see elected office again.
And you know who's running for governor of Minnesota now?
Jesse Ventura?
No, he said it. He might again.
Please, that would be awesome.
He's become a wild man.
Yes, he has.
Older he is.
Way out
He was
there.
already a wild man.
He's further out there than Quaid.
Jesse the Body
Yeah.
Ventura. No, Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Oh, I thought I saw that this morning.
Who has, I think the highest turnover rate for staff. There are reports of her throwing things at staff. She puts on this great Minnesota nice, and
Psycho killer?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
But
Kathy
honestly,
Bates?
she probably has a great shot. She's got the name ID, ran for president already, has infrastructure, fundraisers, donors. She probably got it.
Do they have any rules against foreign donations to candidates?
I don't know.
Might want to look into that.
Well, and if there are rules against foreign donations, we got ways of.
Yeah.
Do we have that here in Alabama?
What? What'd you ask?
If we have that rule in Alabama, can't take money
I can't
from-
understand him. Are you
Right,
just
that's
speaking
what
gibberish
that's
all
what
of a
I'm
sudden?
thinking, yeah.
I don't
Kind of
think
what
so.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Let's go to Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, Jeff.
Y'all was talking about Minnesota a while ago. You ever watch Real America's Voice on TVN?
No, I know what you're talking about, but no.
Okay, well, there's a lady on there named Natasha Owens, and she has written a song, and you definitely need to play it. You definitely need to look at it.
Okay.
It's called the Somali Waltz.
Oh, yeah. I think Greg played it the other day. It is a pretty
He
good
did.
song. Yeah.
Yeah. And also check out Baby Trump Goes to Minnesota.
Baby Trump goes to Minnesota?
Baby Trump visits Minnesota and Fort Ilhan Omar.
All right.
I've heard it just by
You'll
the
love-
title.
you'll love it. It's hilarious. And it's clean. You can play it on radio. It's clean.
Cool.
All right.
But it's hilarious.
This-
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you, Jeff.
Stuff like this is what we need AI for, all these videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm still on it. Like that cat that was doing some lifting, like a close grip, cable row.
Yeah.
And somebody goes, "This is why RAM costs $1,000 because of crap like this."
Crap like this.
And I'm like, it's adorable and hilarious at the same time.
Yes.
So
And it's
Orange Tabby getting his
It's
gains
a great
in.
way to clean your algorithm up, man. Just
Well,
play cats and
but
dog
then
videos
there's
for
a lot
about
of
10 minutes, and then...
Yes, but there's a lot of creepy AI slop out there too. That is.
You telling me they're getting AI with the pets?
Oh no, this was Eddie, like a close grip cable row.
Yeah.
A cat grabbing it, and the cat has a weight belt on.
Think about Garfield, but maybe like a real
And
cat.
cats don't actually do that, man.
You guys obviously don't have cool cats.
Well, my cats don't have thumbs.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Wait, your cats lift weights?
Cletus does, yeah.
Cletus does.
Yeah.
Where does Cletus? Does he go to a gym? Or
No, he's out in the backyard.
He's got a home gym in the backyard.
Backyard with the rabbits and the squirrels.
So does he bench press? Does he do squats? Deadlift?
I don't think he bench presses. He more does a lot of tackling, and then a lot of taking it off to the woods to finish it off. So, yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, dropping prizes.
I mean, I would say that's a good workout, but that's not lifting weights.
I mean, that squirrel, that little bunny thing, it ain't anti-gravity or nothing. It's pretty heavy for him.
I'm just okay. Now I'm gonna have to just look up what I'm talking about to show it to you.
Darn.
Yeah.
You gonna show me a cute cat video?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to do it. I insist.
Oh, haven't you seen cat? Well, you guys don't believe cats can do tricks? Not everything is AI, Joey. Free your mind.
This one's AI.
I saw that dude the other day.
Okay, that looks like Cletus. That looks just like Cletus.
Never puts a towel underneath him when he's in the gym.
Yeah, he's rude. Well, they're cats.
Yeah, but I love the skull cap and the weight belt.
Oh, I thought he had one of your Bostonian caps on.
No, it's a little skull cap. Let's. He's making noises. Means he's lifting heavy.
Okay, do you make noises? So you
not that loud.
Yeah.
Struggled on that last one.
Yeah.
Starting to get fatigued.
Yeah, 2 sticks of RAM cost $1,000 because of this crap.
It's the truth, though.
It is true. It's 100%
and honestly,
true.
I come across things like that. I'll watch it 10 times. It's hysterical. Send it to 30 people.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Well, it's better than things like what Omar got sprayed with and that kind of crap.
And now check out this one. This is Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, polka dot.
She was singing the praises as the martyr Alex Pretti or whatever.
Yes.
And you have the video that the BBC released 11 days before he shot. Well, we'll listen to the senator's words and watch the video at the same time.
Caring for people was at the core of who he was. He was incapable of causing harm. Alex carried patience, compassion, and calm as a steady light within him. Even at the very end, that light was there. I recognized his familiar stillness and signature calm composure.
If you're just listening, you seeing that with that audio, it's like these folks are so full of crap. It's all a big show, man.
I just want
It's all a big show.
I want somebody to get her, and I'll do it. We sit down and we watch that together. I would like her to explain her word after. Do you still feel the same? Bring the shame.
Shame.
Shame works.
We need a little more shame in this.
Man.
Shame works,
Just
man.
misunderstood.
And by the way, I'm equal. I need to be shamed.
Yeah,
too.
public shaming
I've done
works.
all sorts of shameful things in my life.
Sometimes the comments that I get on my Facebook are.
And then, of
hurtful.
course, somebody shared the Prince Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performance, and I'm like, every time I see it, I must
watch that, right?
I got to repost it. Like,
Greatest guitar solo ever.
freaking awesome.
Just like when I
It's
see
just
Big Lebowski on
The
it, I
right
watch it.
moment at the right time. People called it the ultimate hold my beer moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. That and that Super Bowl performance, just
That's when it was raining and everything, right?
legendary.
That was
legendary.
that's billed as the greatest guitar
Oh, there's no
solo
doubt.
of all time.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've seen him do stuff technically that's more impressive, but
Yeah.
it's the moment. It's like, there's Tom Petty, there's Jeff Lynne, there's George Harrison's son.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he didn't rehearse with him, or he didn't solo when he rehearsed with him. He said, when we do it live, I'll take the last one. The other guy can do the first, and he's
Yeah, the
just,
first.
and on the
I'll
whole
back clean
time,
up.
he's not through the whole song. It's like a 6-minute song.
Yeah.
He's off stage essentially playing guitar. You can hear the rhythm guitar he's doing, keeping up with the band and what the changes.
Yeah.
And then just to appear in that way, and
Which one of the other guys was it that was just like shaking his head in disbelief?
I think that's George Harrison's
Was it
son.
George?
Yeah.
Oh, his son.
And then there's one moment where Tom Petty, like, you can see him look, Israel Bennis look at Tom Petty and, like, check this out.
Yeah.
And, like, you see Petty just shaking his head, like, laughing, too. Like, really? This little dude.
Appreciating each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's like there are stars and there are great musicians, and then there's, like, people that are just a different level.
No doubt.
Different level completely. Now, Trump has apparently had some big cabinet meeting. We could cover some of that. But I want to go to some of the Tom Homan stuff, at least so we're on the same page of where Homan is coming from. Dadgum, they put out every moment from the cabinet meeting. It's a little absurd. Or we could listen to Melania say her husband's awesome or something.
You gonna watch Melania's movie?
She does have a movie coming out. You gonna watch the movie? No. I wasn't planning on it, honestly.
What kind of patriots are you nerds?
I don't care about first ladies. It's not a partisan thing.
Is it because
everybody thought, oh, he just doesn't like Michelle Obama because he's white or something? No.
I think it's just because it's a
I don't
PG
care
movie.
about Laura Bush. I don't care if J.D. Vance.
What
I
about
don't
the Bush
care. I
daughters?
don't care about Usha. I don't care about
How
the
can you
daughters.
say you don't care about Usha?
No.
She's a national treasure.
I don't care.
Impregnated.
And good for her. That's awesome. That's,
Oh, my God.
Like, congratulations.
I hope
but
FBI's not listening.
I don't care. You weren't elected.
No, she was not elected. Thank God for her to keep the guy that we elected happy.
And I would have felt the same way if Kamala Harris had won. I wasn't about to listen to Doug's ass on anything, all right?
I was going to offer Doug a way out. I know he was
probably
looking
still
for
take
one.
you up on it.
Now, if Hillary had won, Bill Clinton, I guess, is a little different because he's an ex-president. But
Dude,
still, it would be
he
like...
would be partying so hard.
Hey,
Yeah.
where are they on the hearing on the Clintons?
They
Going
just
back to
didn't
the-
show, and they're like,
Yeah, they're now,
Saying
I think,
consent?
gonna...
I think they have to, but-
send them a strongly worded letter, and the DOJ better get on this now.
All right, Pam.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Pam? Hurry up, Pam. Hurry up.
Stop calling her Pan.
So Homan is going to talk about how they made a priority change with the mission after getting some agreements from the state of Minnesota and county officials. Let's listen in.
But the prioritization are going to be criminal aliens, public safety threats, and national security threats. I've met with Marcos and his staff. We got to allow them. We got to allow them to keep us busy. So that would be our focus.
So that is enough that's what, there is not going to be a focus on people who have no other crimes except for their status.
If you're in the country illegally, you're never off the table. But prioritization doesn't mean you forget about everybody. So let me say this. If the message we send is you can enter this country illegally, it's a crime, don't worry about it. You can have your due process, show up in court, not show up in court, get ordered removed, don't worry about it. Unless you commit a serious crime, you're good to go. If that's the message we send to the world, you're never going to fix this problem. The most vulnerable people in the world will make that dangerous journey like they did under the Joe Biden administration. Over 4,000 aliens died making that journey. And again, a significant increase in sex trafficking. Because when they did that and opened those borders up saying, we're not going to detain you, we're going to give you free health care, we're going to fly you to the city of your choice, put you in a free hotel room, give you 3 meals a day, and give you work authorization, we're just going to bring you in. And when they did that, they sent a message to the whole world, you can come and do this. And what happened? They overwhelmed the men and women of the Border Patrol, where many days 70% of agents were pulled off that line. 70%. You don't think the criminal cartels had a field day with that? They created gaps for the cartels do their activity. And that's why you've seen the rise in fentanyl overdose. That's why you saw the rise in sex trafficking. The 2 million plus known gotaways, why did they pay more to get away? Why didn't they pay less, turn yourself in, get released within 24 hours? You get a free airline ticket to the city of your choice. We're going to give you a free hotel room, and we'll give you free food and free medical care. And you're going to get work authorization in 6 months. Why did 2 million people choose to pay more not to take advantage of that giveaway program? They didn't want to be vetted. They didn't want to be fingerprinted. That scares the hell out of me. And it does still. The Trump administration with ICE and Secretary Noem and Marco Rubio and the intelligence community, Tulsi Gabbard, we're all working together to try to identify who these people are. And we've already found many of them. But it's hard work to do. But there are national security threats walking this nation because of the last administration. And
man, that's fantastic. Like he's laying out, yes, we're prioritizing the really hard and really bad dudes. But, still being here illegally doesn't mean you get a get out of jail free card.
I should know this, but what's the approximate number of people that have been deported since Trump?
600, probably 700,000, close to actual. They deported them, people against their will. But then another 2.2 million have taken them up on, like they've offered, here's a stipend, free plane ticket to whatever country. So about 2.2 million people have self-deported, voluntarily left.
So we got about 65% left.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
And, folks look at the older numbers under Clinton, under Bush, under Obama even, and even a lot of deportations so-called under Biden. But a lot of these are turnaways. Like somebody crossed the border, you catch them immediately, and we deported them back. It's very different than these folks were brought by the Biden administration, as Homan just laid out, into the interior of the country. And now and they don't show up, and you got to go find them. That's a very different process. And I'd imagine a very difficult one, especially when local authorities in certain states, especially Minnesota, but also California, New York, Illinois, go down the list, don't want to cooperate at all.
I just don't get it.
So I think making Homan the point man on a lot of this stuff is a very wise decision. As much as Bavino didn't bother me at all, but he wasn't always the most gifted with laying out the whole political case, I'll put it that way.
Well, that and Homan can take some licks and give them right back. He don't pull punches, but he doesn't try to speak over the crowd. Just lays it down where the goats can get it.
That's right. He speaks to people.
Yep.
Here's what it is.
Yep. Like it or not, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's Homan, I believe, standing up for officers who, I don't know, are very much under fire. Yeah. Like, think about the tactics that are being used, especially every one of these freaking videos. You hear the whistles. Like these are, and it's not, people just decided. No, this was organized. They understood here right before the line of actual violence. Here's what we're going to do to agitate.
Mad dog.
And get cortisol levels up. Yes, exactly. It's that whole mad dog thing. But here is Homan laying that
Specific
out.
about how many ICE and how many Border Patrol agents are currently operating in the state?
I think we're there 3,000. There's been some rotations. Another thing I witnessed when I came here, I'll share this with you. I met with a lot of people, a lot of the agents. They've been in theater. Some of these people have been in theater for 8 months. So there's going to be rotations of personnel. Hopefully less now that we have some agreements. Maybe we can make it more efficient and safe. But they've been in theater a long time. And so, there's rotations happen all the time to get people out here and go home, get some rest and see their families. Day after day, can't eat in restaurants, day after day, having people spit on you and blow whistles at you, day after day, having all these threats at you, day after day, having people trying to interfere with you, day after day, they're human. So, we've got to rotate these people, and we've already rotated some, but my main focus now is drawdown based upon the great conversations I've had with your state and local leaders. Again, I'm not a fool. I'm not walking away without seeing this put in place. But I take the word of the people I met with. I think they're honest, and I think they're good brokers that they want public safety protected, and they also want what's happening in the city to go away. And that's my goal.
It looks like he's making it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did about 30 minutes in total. And I can see why Trump made this little shift. But a lot of folks, he's completely like retreating or something. Like, what are you talking about?
No.
Like everything is, and we were talking about off air, like, why don't we hit the left more? Because I get bored of it. And like, it's just not me. Like, I'd rather try to understand people, even those I vehemently disagree with. And occasionally we will play a left-wing person because they just say something so stupid, or just it's a perfect example.
Yeah. Fits right
but
into it.
It's not like my goal every day is let's go find something a Democrat said and run it up the poll. Like, that's just not the idea.
It's lazy.
There's plenty. It's a target-rich environment on the right, and sometimes that also gets out of hand.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of folks who. This is very undemocratic of me, but I think there are a lot of folks who watch this stuff every day, listen to this stuff every day, who vote, and they act like little entitled kings and queens, and they aren't responsible at all. Just because you voted, you're not an authority. You don't know what it's like to make decisions. And not just be able to make decisions you think are the most efficient and the most humane way to get the job done, but then you also have to play with the constant public opinion manipulation game that is called democracy. So no wonder that so many of the folks that end up on top in this country in authority maybe aren't that great at running government, that they're sure as hell good at manipulating your ass and playing with your emotions, and you get mad all of a sudden when things don't go your way. You want it to go your way? Go play the game and win. Now everybody's got a right to bitch and moan and all this stuff. It's a free country.
Unless you didn't vote.
But sometimes my ire goes to some of the people, because I'm like, the people en masse are a fickle beast. And I'm using beast in the term that maybe is in the good book, is a fickle beast. It's not fast enough. Or I asked for that, but not in that way.
Right.
Anyway.
Careful what you ask for, buddy.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. Of course, none of our listeners are part of that fickle beast. This part of the program, some of them. Okay. This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And they're at Montgomery Men's Health. They're ready to help you fellas out if you got low testosterone or erectile dysfunction.
Right.
Let's just say it. You don't just call it ED. Like, Ed? What are you talking about? Who's Ed? No, erectile dysfunction. Your thing don't work.
Right.
When it should. That's no fun. That's going to just shoot through your confidence real quick.
It will.
Right. And if you got low testosterone, that's also just going to destroy how you feel in general, from your energy levels to how well you're sleeping to muscle mass, weight gain, like in the fatty way.
Yep.
Like it really is a terrible place to be, and it could, of course, affect relationships, but also business and your career if you're just not feeling your best
You lose that edge.
self. So why not, guys, stop making excuses? I know y'all don't like going to the doctor. I don't either, to be honest, but now's the time to actually get this right. Go by Montgomery Men's Health. They have a urologist and providers there that focus solely on ED and low T, and they do it the right way. Before you jump on with some of these online distributors who are throwing out generic stuff and often snake oil stuff that doesn't even work, go by and get in touch with Montgomery Men's Health. And it doesn't have to be necessarily that you can't do anything at all, like you're completely kaput. Could be you've just noticed hiccups, like those moments of like, oh, what was that?
Right.
What if you want to maintain what you got? They can help you do that there at Montgomery Men's Health. So call them today at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or book online in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health for every man and every season of life. Again, 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. It's 334-272-9228. Are y'all on Verizon?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Have you had to deal with the whole 334 thing yet?
Only on a couple times.
It's just like if you've saved a number and you didn't put 334, it
Maybe,
won't
yeah.
go through now.
Yeah, because I've had that recording come up. And
Man, I'm not a good reference. I've talked to different states. I almost have to put the
just
the
norm.
full number.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and I've made it a point to just get a full number.
You got a full number now?
Hmm?
You got a full number now?
To get the full number.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if I call you without the 334, it won't work. Is that only from Verizon or is that from anybody in town?
Hey, baby, can I get your number? But leave out the area code. I want to guess. Like that one?
Yeah, I just can't imagine why you're single.
Kind of thinking it's fine. Seriously.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking that a lot.
I don't blame you.
In a second, we'll go to full on, like, yeah, really? You're in that mood today? Yeah.
Got that feeling myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a second, we'll go to full Marco Rubio, some full clips, him going back and forth with Tammy Duckworth.
All right.
Who, J.D. Vance made fun of her, saying it's like watching Senator Tammy Duckworth interrupt Marco Rubio, Secretary Rubio, is like watching Forrest Gump argue with Albert Einstein.
Correct.
I believe Tammy Duckworth's response was like, no, this is me doing my job and holding him accountable, and I know this is a troll tweet, and you're so ready to make fun of people with disabilities. And it's like, really? You're going to bring up you're disabled?
Dude, you're going to
That's bring
quick
up
to play that
you're
card.
disabled?
That's quick to
I'm
play that
sorry.
card.
I don't care if you are cynically using the fact that you're in a wheelchair.
Wow.
You should be made fun of more. This woman won't even stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I can't believe she threw that out. But
wow,
it's the thing. Cool to be a victim nowadays. No matter what, make yourself the victim.
I was like, that is just wow. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I believe, but I'm against that.
Yeah.
Like, do not cynically use your
Not
weaknesses
only
or
that,
ailments.
It was just a shot back and forth. It hadn't really got into a real argument yet. She just wanted to shut it down.
Yeah, no, she barely let him speak. But that's kind of the style of this. We've seen, Ted Cruz is great at it.
Yeah.
Just his histrionics, his theater. He could have been an actor.
I think he is, Joey.
Yeah, I think he is. He's an ugly actor.
Very.
Yeah.
All the guys
Character
in DC
actor.
are ugly actors, man. That's
Not all of them. Oh, all the guys. You said.
That was the old line, man. DC's Hollywood for ugly people.
Yep.
This is true. We don't have.
Though it's the
It's all
generation. It's the generational turnovers happening. That's changed a little bit.
But so slow.
For the men and the
generational
women.
turnover.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
slow.
the marketing's still there, so you want
Right.
better looking candidates.
Well, no,
like
how many
better looking
folks, and I'm not just
politicians.
talking about Jared Hudson. I mean, like, look at, like, Mark Wayne Mullen, who just got, like, all these ex-military guys, strong jaws, like, in their 40s and, like, peak of their life, essentially, physically.
Yeah.
And mentally, like, that combination. Yeah, you're going to have folks that aren't quite as long in the tooth and just ragged. And also hygiene and just health has gotten a little better. Like, you see some of these old senators, or, like, if you're at the State House and you see the old group photos they put up, you're like, oh, man, Grandpappy was ragged. He's a great man.
They don't make them like they used to, right?
But here is the State Department put this out. I don't know if I like this. They put out one of these hype edits. They called it the Don Road Doctrine Core.
Yeah.
So it's just like a bunch of quick clips of the Rubio hearing. Let's and then it has like a brr every time they go to the next clip. Let's listen in.
Will you make a public commitment today to rule out U.S. regime change in Cuba?
Regime change?
Yes.
Oh, no, I think we would love to see the regime there change.
The president just mistook the two countries for each other, correct?
Yeah, he meant to say Greenland, but I think we're all familiar with presidents that have verbal stumbles. We've had presidents like that before. Some made a lot more than this one.
Bombing a capital, blockading a country, and removing elected officials.
We didn't remove an elected official. We removed someone who was not elected, and it was actually an indicted drug trafficker in the United States.
Are you the lead for U.S. government on foreign policy?
No, the lead on U.S. foreign policy is named Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States.
We have not received any information on the Board of Peace. Do you commit to informing us about what the heck this is?
Yeah, it's a Board of Peace.
What is your criteria for returning to a military option and putting boots on?
Well, I don't recall the president saying he's going to put troops in Venezuela. Where did he say that?
I'm asking you, what are your...
But that's what you said. I didn't remember
the president has already said that he was ready to put American troops in Venezuela.
No, I think the president has said that he retains the right as commander-in-chief to protect the United States against any imminent threats. Maybe that involves troops, maybe that involves air power. We hope, but we don't anticipate that being the case in Venezuela.
Not bad.
Call me crazy. I also want to know what the Board of Peace is going to do.
Yeah, but I do. That was my favorite one right there. No, it's peace.
Yeah.
No, I think the Board of Peace is, let's do this as more of a private association where you have to have financial buy-in. And again, the goal is the way we'll create peace in this part of the world that's been war-torn. A lot of folks like to say for thousands of years. Yes, you're correct. But like, say the last 80 years, 100 years, is you get people in the region and around the world who have stake in and skin in the game, and then you build these places with security in mind as well as development in mind. In fact, the Gulf Arabs have done this masterfully in a lot of their brand new cities. What they're essentially going to do, if the next step is disarm Hamas, now we'll see if that happens. I don't know. But the idea is essentially to get a bunch of investment and build it very, very quick, and then help folks resettle their lives and all these other things. And if you essentially have Gaza is turned into Dubai, then you will have a long-term ability. This will, I think, shoehorn into the Abraham Accords, where you're recognizing Israel, you're trading with Israel. And it also stops the right wing in Israel who loves, what do they call it, the Greater Israel Project, or they just want to take more and more.
More, baby.
So it's a way to sort of settle all this stuff. And instead of going through the UN or through the usual diplomatic channels, by doing this almost private board where I think you had to pay $1 billion to be on it, it fast tracks it. It's almost Trump style, like action, action, action. I just want to pick up the phone and be able to. And Trump has a lot of decision-making power with the board. It's not like a vote of all the members.
He is the head of the board,
he gets to actually, he's the chairman of the board, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it allows for a lot quicker decision-making on the terms of the United States and actually makes people have skin in the game in the process. Could it blow up? Yeah, because that part of the world always blows up.
That's where I'm just thinking about it from. It almost seems like we're setting ourselves up for failure with that nomenclature.
But what else do you do? Yeah. I mean, we are, but what else you do?
I don't know, man. It seems like it hasn't been working out too
Nothing's
well
worked out.
Like the past.
At this point, do we just make it a big glass pit and we all walk away?
I mean, I've always liked the line, I'll turn this place into a big sheet of glass.
That's what I'm saying. That's to me, I think that's where eventually we'll go. I don't think it'll be in my lifetime, but it's going to happen.
I just don't see any way that peace exists over there.
Nobody wants it.
Exactly.
Except us. And I don't know if we really want it.
272-9228. I've got a telemarketer calling me. Should I pick it up and put them on air? No, it already went away.
It's not your. Never mind.
Don't say it.
I'm not saying it.
Shame.
Shame.
That's what Eddie was trying to say.
Yes.
Shame.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
This is part of the program, and again, another great sponsor with no shame in their game, Pespero Services.
Oh, yes, Joey.
Great folks there. Ashley's put together a great team, and they can help you across the board. It could be, very soon, before you know it, it's time to get that termite inspection done.
We are not very far away from termite season coming on. In Alabama here, when the moisture of like the winter season and you still get a little bit of warmth and the damp of the spring.
Yep.
Yeah.
They love that stuff.
That's it.
Termites love that stuff. And especially if you haven't gotten an inspection done in years, you are playing with fire. like very expensive fire
Oh,
that's
definitely.
going to destroy your property and the place you call home.
And a lot of people, when they're bringing in wood this time of year, you don't think about it, especially the next couple of weeks, as you're going to bring in piles of it at a time. Well, that wood, a lot of that wood's got termites in it. A lot of it will have other bugs in there that you don't want in your house. And they don't want to get in the fireplace, so chances are they're going to get away before you get to burn them. You got termites in your house, like cucarachas, Joey?
Oh, man.
Yeah, they don't have a season.
No, they don't. It's Alabama. It's open season.
So call up Pest Pro Services today and get on their basic pest control package. That's a monthly subscription, allows you to control costs year-round. It should just be part of your just general overhead, and it's very reasonably priced. In fact, I know a lot of y'all are paying more for streaming services than the great pest control services they offer there at Pest Pro Services, and you can add on top of that your termite inspection, year-round protection after they inspect as well. Didn't even mention right now in the cold months, they're still doing that wildlife control. So if you got a little critter in your spot, they can help you get it out. And when the time is right, when it's the season, they also can do mosquito protection.
Yes.
So build that relationship with Pest Pro Services today. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or just call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services. And be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electrical bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Clogged drain? Overflowing septic? Don't panic. Call the experts who've been solving plumbing problems in the river region for more than 50 years. The Tierce family's local Roto-Rooter team specializes in fast drain cleaning, septic repair, and installation. One call and your troubles are on their way down the drain. That's 272-7130 or visit rotorooteralabama.com. Roto-Rooter, always here when you need us.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the river region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of the good things things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man, well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillip Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillip Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We're seeing some minor temporary temperature modification, but hang on. There is more extreme Arctic air in our future. But for today, a little better with a high temperature in the lower 50s. Look for a sun and cloud mix today, partly cloudy and near freezing for the overnight low temperature tonight. Tomorrow, I've got us around 51 for the high temperature on Friday with rain chances not zero, but we'll say under 20% in this part of the state. Then that next stage of Arctic air begins funneling in Friday night. The weekend will be dangerously cold with a high temperature on Saturday barely up to about 31, even with mostly sunny skies. Then I think we'll fall to the middle teens on Saturday night, but the wind chill factor by Sunday morning dawn will be 0 to 5 above. That's some dangerous cold. And the high on Sunday only up to about 39. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations since we began in 1906. At CB&S Bank, we're here for you. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So I want to go to a clip now. This is Marco Rubio with Senator Rand Paul. And actually, Rubio gives kudos to Rand in the sense that you've been consistent your entire time up here. So appreciate that. But also, I'll put it this way. I've changed. I see the beauty of Rand Paul's argument and what he's essentially trying to apply the golden rule to geopolitics. But then I'm like, are you naive? Like, do you think the world just runs on good arguments?
No.
So let's play the clip to get, you can actually listen to what I'm talking about here. Again, this is Senator Rand Paul asking Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, a few questions yesterday.
Our founders debated extensively over which branch of government should have the power to declare or initiate war. Virtually unanimously, they decided, and what was entered into the Constitution was that the declaration or initiation of war would be the power of Congress. Now, we have many advocates, many of whom are here today, who have been advocates for an expansive notion of presidential power. They often argue that wars are not really wars, that they're kinetic actions or drug busts. I think, though, if you reverse the circumstances, it becomes very difficult for these arguments to hold up. So I would ask you, if a foreign country bombed our air defense missiles, captured and removed our president, and blockaded our country, would that be considered an act of war?
Well, I think your question is about and I will acknowledge you've been very consistent on all these points the entire career. So let me no matter who's in charge. So I will point to two things. The first is it's hard for us to conceive that an operation that lasted about 4.5 hours and was a law enforcement operation to capture someone we don't recognize as a head of state, indicted in the United States, wanted with a $50 million bounty.
My question would be, if it only took 4 hours to take our president, it's very short, nobody dies on the other side, nobody dies on our side, it's perfect. Would it be an act of war?
We just don't believe that this operation comes anywhere close to the constitutional definition of war.
But would it be an act of war if someone did it to us? Nobody dies, few casualties, they're in and out. boom, it's a perfect military operation. Would that be an act of war? Of course it would be an act of war. I'm probably the most anti-war person in the Senate, and I would vote to declare war if someone invaded our country and took our president. So I think we need to at least acknowledge this is a one-way argument. One-way arguments that don't rebound, that you can't apply to yourselves, that cannot be universally applicable are bad arguments.
Do you think arguments run the world, Senator Paul?
No.
Libertarianism, in a nutshell, is the pure rule of law. And I think it's actually something we should continue to strive for in this country, where it is not a matter of who's in charge. It's just a matter of the law is always in charge, and we follow that law, and these laws are principled enough and not this bramble patch of different bureaucratic nonsense that those laws can be, despite human beings' fallibility and fallen nature, can be generally applied in an equal way.
Right.
To where government can't murder and we can't murder. Like, whatever right you have, the government does not have an extra right. But then you start to realize that for the rule of law to reign, and maybe you get to such a prosperous and high trust society that you don't really care who's in charge of that law, but you need order. And geopolitics is in particular inherently anarchic. Like, there is no one world government, thank God for that. But there are essentially, who's the de facto big dog, especially in the Western Hemisphere? United States of America.
Yeah.
So the point I would say to Rand Paul is, like, if Venezuela had the power to do that to us, to take our president in 4 hours and nobody got killed and stuff, would it be technically your argument act war? Yeah, I think you're right. But we would have to suffer it. There are other iron laws of human nature that the weak suffer the strong. I'm not saying that's morally correct. I'm saying it's reality. Yeah. And if you want a moral argument like Rand Paul's arguing to reign true, you need to be the biggest, baddest dog in your own block.
Yep.
And you need to shoot for that. But to tie your own hands, to act like you're not the one on top, that you aren't in a position of authority, and in that way, well, I'm following the rule of law, and then things just go to hell. Just the center doesn't hold, right? Mm-hmm. Things just all around you, and we see this in a domestic. Well, we got to protect human rights, so let's just let out that murderer, right? On a simple bond.
We see, yeah.
Oh, this guy, had a rap sheet longer than. Oh, that's a bad example. Had a long rap sheet. But compassion. He probably had a terrible childhood and all these other things. So in the name of human rights and the rule of law, and then he stabs a young woman on the metro car, and Marina Zarutska.
Yep.
We have to care about the stranger and the traveler. The Bible tells us so, right? That means let's let in millions. Millions. And, they're all probably good folks. And since we're people of goodwill, they'll be people of goodwill. There'll be nobody, like Laken Riley won't be brutally murdered.
Right.
Or many other names that, by the way, haven't even been made famous. And short of being murdered, it's also pretty terrible to feel under assault, to feel unsafe in your own neighborhood, especially places you grew up on. You don't even frickin' recognize them anymore. And all this is done, especially in these blue dot cities, in the name of human rights and the rule of law and respecting the natural born rights of all peoples. And you're like, well, what about the human rights of the folks who are privately tyrannized?
What about the people that were here?
Right.
And how does your human right supersede mine?
And so you go into it's a good argument. It's the rule of law with Venezuela, and isn't this an act of war? And we have to follow the process of the Constitution. I'm like, well, what about the people of Venezuela? What about all the spin-off effects into the entire region by letting Venezuela do what Venezuela's been doing for a long time? And we have this schizophrenic mind in the United States where we'll talk big and tough, but we'll go back to the process arguments, and then nothing ever gets done. When Trump actually pulls the trigger on things, all of a sudden we're back to the process argument. Now, I just think you can't argue your way out of a gun in your frickin' face. Mm-hmm. And you must understand that in really hairy situations, you need order and you need the biggest gun. El Salvador is a great example. Mm-hmm. It was the murder capital of the world. It was run by warlords and competing gangs. One guy using the very power of Christ as his mantle and prayer builds a great army and wins the war against the warlords and the gangs. Were there probably people's rights violated in that process? Yeah. But now look at El Salvador. And they can now go on that guide path of where it is libertarian. It can be the rule of law rules in that country, because all the folks that don't want to listen to the argument, we put in a cage or we killed.
Now. Yep.
Like, human beings have a fallen state. And I think there is a role for hierarchy and authority in this world. It can be abused. My heart is still often with Senator Paul on many things, but I think especially in geopolitics, you can't tie your own hands. Have we been too gung-ho to just jump into whatever? Yes, I agree with that. And you notice the Trump administration is doing different things in that regard. They're not throwing a bunch, 100,000 troops into an area and go, we're going to rebuild the whole nation. That's not what they're doing at all.
I agree with the senator's argument.
Yeah.
From a theory standpoint.
Yes.
But the practicality is, to be able to have the luxury of parsing words, whether it's law enforcement or an act of war, that's a luxury.
Yes.
The people of Venezuela, they didn't have that luxury. To that point, where's Maduro going to be tried?
Here. New York.
Yeah. But he's going to be tried, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to lean law enforcement, because if it was an act of war, he probably wouldn't have been escorted out and still breathing right now. So I do think the administration has grounds there. I respect Senator Rand's argument. He is right. Yeah, we would go to war if that happened to us, but that's not apples and apples
not
there.
apples.
It's completely different stratospheres.
Plus, we'd already done this before with Noriega. It's not like this is the first
and
time
also,
in 10 years.
I always go back, it's an old clip. It's a documentary series, Gore Vidal, that Queen did. And Vidal talks about how the founders wrote this beautiful Constitution, but they had this bronze thread in it that would unravel it all. They made the President of the United States commander-in-chief. And when war happens, to steal from Nietzsche, it makes any cause sacred. And all these rules, it just said, we're in the Constitution stuff. And again, y'all know much how long I've been preaching the libertarian point of view. And in the last couple of years in particular, I look at some of this stuff and I go, every time a president gets elected, y'all bitch and moan and say, you're not following the rules, and nothing ever changes.
Yep.
Ever changes. So instead of theoretically going, this is what things said, how about let's look at the world as it is. How does the United States government actually operate? And stop waving the frickin' Constitution in my face. The reason I believe in natural rights and liberties and so many things in the Bill of Rights is because I think they're endowed by God, and they can be gleaned by reason. They're correct. It's not because it was written down 250 years ago. It's because it's always been true and always will be true, but you have to have people to enforce those things that were always true and live up to it. And so if you really think we'll be better off if we change it, okay, win. But right now, the direction this nation's going, it's not how the country operates, and not how the government operates whatsoever.
Yeah, people that want to change it, a lot of times they don't have the how. They don't.
No, they
just know that they're upset with the way that it is now. Yep. And honestly, in theory, we know how the government's supposed to work, but it's so convoluted now. There's so much bureaucracy. Dollars are funneled everywhere. We don't know where those go because they,
you just don't have a receipt with them. They just go.
Do we really know how government functions nowadays? Honestly,
nope.
272-9228. I've already taken up too much time here in this segment, ranting and raving. But, I actually appreciate a respectful conversation between the two senators. Like, it wasn't like bad blood. It wasn't over the top.
They were colleagues at one point, right?
And I think Rand Paul makes a good argument, but he's majoring in minor things.
Missing forests for trees and whatnot.
Yes. Anyway, this part of the program, in fact, the entire hour, brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. They are ready to help you out in this new year, especially as it is predicted the housing market's about to heat up into the spring. And you better believe it, Trump hitting too late Jerome Powell as well of late, just today.
Yeah.
Interest rates will eventually come down, probably in May, maybe before even.
Yep.
And so you need to at least have that relationship. Like, get to know Kim and Madeline there at Alabama Home Mortgage, whether you're looking to buy a home in this new year or you're looking to refinance your current home. And so you can start the process with a phone call, 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline Cannon prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. We got our final hour coming up. In a second, I think we'll be talking to James Gowdy from Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. But a little bit more with Rubio and a few other odds and ends that we'll get to. Be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Democrats have voted to block legislation to fund the Department of Homeland Security and several other agencies. They did so today as they continue to press Republicans to make major changes in the way that ICE carries out its law enforcement duties in places like Minneapolis. President Trump's border czar says immigration enforcement could reduce the number of officers in Minnesota. Tom Homan suggested during a news conference that a drawdown could happen, but only after cooperation from state officials improves. The president says he's informed Venezuela's acting president that he'll open up all commercial airspace over that country. And he says that Americans will soon be able to visit as well. The president said today that he instructed his transportation secretary and the U.S. military leaders to open up the airspace by the end of the day. On Wall Street, it's been slow going right now. The Dow is down 31 points. And this is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-893-2288. That's 800-893-2288.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got some more Arctic air in our not-too-distant future. Tonight, partly cloudy. Overnight low temperature falls to near freezing. Tomorrow, I've got the high temperature up to about 51. Mostly cloudy Friday with the rain chances in our part of the state generally under 20%. The next batch of Arctic air arrives late Friday night, overnight low 22. But the high temperature on Saturday, even with sunshine, only up to about 31. And listen to this, we drop to the mid-teens on Saturday night, but the wind chill by Sunday morning will be very dangerous, 0 to 5 above. And the high temperature on Sunday, even with sunshine, only up to about 39. Get ready for another slap in the face from Old Man Winter from the Blue Water Weather Center. This is Rich Thomas.
The holidays may be over, but the bills don't have to weigh you down. Let ASE Credit Union help lighten your financial load with our special post-holiday loan options. Visit us online at yourasecu.com or stop by one of our branches to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Let's go right to the phones and talk to James Gowdy with Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. James, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just been ranting and raving about all this politics stuff and news stuff, but I'd imagine y'all have some deals there at Sons.
Well, it is the end of the month, so I'm glad you asked me about it. So we've got our Start Something New sales event that is still going on. We've got a few days left. Of course, Saturday is the end of the month for us, and we need 2 more Rams before the end of business Saturday. So we got $15,000 off going on all new 26 Ram 1500 Laramies. Or you can get 0% for 60 months. And on top of that, we've got our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and that's on all 26 Rams, so 1500s, 2500s, and 3500s. If you're in the market for an SUV, we've got our Grand Cherokees up to $11,000 off. And then we've got a lease special going on our Wranglers. It's a 4-door, hardtop, automatic, 4-wheel drive Wrangler that you can lease right now for $350 a month. So super, super good deals going on right now on our Jeeps. And then we still have our no payments for 90 days as well. So great time to come on in. We'll be here until 7 o'clock tonight. We're off the Eastern Boulevard, and you can check our inventory out online at sunscdjr.com.
Folks, when you stop by, be sure to say, hey, I heard James on the radio with the Joey Clark guy.
If you do that, okay, if it's a new Ram, like I said, I need 2 more Rams by Saturday, I will knock off an additional $500 off. So just ask for James when you come in, and I'll take care of you.
Nice. Y'all listening, get by there, and I appreciate it, James. Appreciate it greatly.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. Again, that is James Gowdy with Sons, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. Sons, they got a good thing going on there.
Do.
And that is, what, $350 for a Wrangler?
That's a pretty good deal, man.
4-wheel drive?
Yep.
That's not a bad price.
That's
at
pretty
all.
good.
Anyway, we'll be right back.
1819 News.
A bill being offered by State Senator Chris Elliott has passed out of the State Senate Municipal Government Committee. The bill would allow for city councils and county commissions to remove members of the library board if they obtain a 2/3 vote. Current law allows for these very same entities to appoint the members to the library board. Elliott said his bill would allow for a resolution to some of the library issues that have developed here in the state in the past few years, especially when it comes to certain content being placed in children and teen sections of the public library. Elliott says this would allow for the regional authorities who appoint the board members to remove them and to do what is good for their residents and their public library system. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness License Plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A man is recovering from being pulled inside a garbage truck and crushed twice in Jackson, Alabama. The man was found inside the garbage truck this past Wednesday after the truck first made 2 pickups at a hotel and then a restaurant off Highway 43. A driver in a nearby vehicle heard the man screaming for help from within the truck after it had collected and crushed garbage twice. Authorities arrived to extract the man. They believe that the man has been traveling through the area and is homeless and was sleeping in one of the dumpsters due to the cold weather. Breeze Airways is announcing a new nonstop service from Huntsville to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The flights will start this coming June and will be offered on Mondays and Fridays. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Kick off 2026 with a money-saving deal at the River Region's top pizza buffet. Pizza Perfect. In January, get $5 off any large pizza. No matter how many toppings, you'll save $5. Pizza Perfect's buffet includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. The buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. In January, get $5 off any large pizza at Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook, available for carryout and delivery.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Love is in the air and on the boat. The Harriet 2 riverboat, that is. Bring your special someone for a romantic evening and experience the elegance of cruising the Alabama River. Enjoy a delicious dinner while taking in the stunning sights. Dance the night away to the tunes that touch your soul, or just sit back and relax. Roses and champagne complete your lover's evening. Book your Valentine's cruise for February 13th and 14th at funinmontgomery.com.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader, Byron Sheedy here in the studio with me. And y'all ready for some more Rubio? Excuse me. Rubio.
I am ready for Rubio.
Yeah. I admit I've changed. I'm
He won
changing.
you over. That's not a bad thing, is it?
Well, he might screw it up.
He is human, Joey.
No, but I got tired of the sky is falling and you're not following the rules. And it's like, I don't think that's the way the world works.
It's part of growing up.
Just don't think that's the way the world works.
I agree with you.
Nerds. Anyway, here is Rubio with Senator Tammy Duckworth. And let's see how he holds his own.
Are we currently at war with Venezuela?
No, we're not in a state of war in Venezuela.
Okay, the Supreme Court has described the Alien Enemies Act as a wartime power, our Supreme Court. And before now, the Alien Enemies Act was only invoked in the War of 1812, World War I, World War II, when it was used to intern thousands of innocent civilians. Are you really arguing that the president should be able to wield an internment law?
No, but we're talking about two separate things here. So you're talking about the state of Venezuela or are describing the regime.
And
we're talking about, but what the president designated.
The president invoked the Alien Enemies Act.
I know, Senator, but let me be clear with you. No, but what the president was talking about are these gangs that have, and these narco-trafficking groups that are waging war on the United States. There's no doubt. These groups have waged war on the United States. They have waged, for example, Train de Agua is not just a criminal gang presence in our street. It is a criminal gang directly responsible for narco-trafficking.
The Trump administration has acknowledged that the vast majority of the men it rounded up and deported to torture under this law had no criminal records whatsoever.
We didn't torture anybody.
Over 75%.
Who did we torture? We haven't tortured anybody. We've arrested people that are members of gangs and we've deported them. We don't want gang members in our country.
Independent investigations have found that many of the men were here legally. If the administration is willing to lie about who it's targeting under this law, what protections do totally innocent people have against abuse? Again, I want to ask you, will you advise the president to rescind his invocation of the wartime Alien Enemies Act?
No, of course not. I mean, these are people that are threats to the national security of the United States, but I've described this in hearings in the past, including before you guys.
So you're saying that we're at war?
We are absolutely, when it comes to narco-trafficking groups and criminal gangs that are targeting the United States for criminal activity.
We're in a state of war.
There's no doubt about the fact that we're confronting them in a warlike setting because they're waging war on us.
And do the Geneva Convention
They're waging war against us and they're enemy combatants as a result of it. And the fact of the matter is that we are confronting these irregular groups, and that's one of the great challenges of the new century in this hemisphere in particular, is that these non-state actors who possess state-like capabilities in terms of their weaponry pose a grave danger to the United States. I don't think any American would dispute that we have cartels that pose a threat to the national security of the United States.
With all of the other laws of when it comes to warfare. I mean, you're saying that he can invoke this wartime power.
No, I'm saying, you're asking me, I'm here to discuss foreign policy and what's in the realm of the Department of State.
Well,
I think your questions are better directed to the Department of Justice.
Enemies Act,
but I would tell you that,
which is a wartime, which is something that
but you're asking me a question that
can be invoked during wartime.
You're
It's only been invoked during the War of 1812, World War I, and World War II.
You're
it's only been invoked 3 times, and this president is invoking it.
Okay, you're asking me a question about the domestic application of a law that's best directed to the Department of Justice.
It's
No,
not
it
a
is
complication. It's
because you're
very
asking me
simple.
something to opine on something that's in the realm of the Department of Justice in terms of its domestic application. I can tell you that the United States is most certainly confronting terrorist and criminal organizations operating in our hemisphere that pose a grave danger to the United States. Anyone who believes that gangs that flood our country with fentanyl or cocaine are not threats to the United States is not living in reality and certainly does not reflect the opinion of most Americans.
The president already said that he was ready to put American troops in Venezuela again. So we're at war right now. So if things don't go well with the Chavistas you've empowered,
When did the president say he was going to put troops in Venezuela?
A military option, what is your criteria for returning to a military option and putting boots on?
Well, I don't recall the president saying he was going to put troops in Venezuela. Where did he say that?
I'm asking you, what are your...
But that's what you said. I didn't remember
the president has already said that he was ready to put American troops in Venezuela.
No, I think the president has said that he retains the right as commander-in-chief to protect the United States against any imminent threats. Maybe that involves troops, maybe that involves air power. We hope, but we don't anticipate that being the case in Venezuela.
I worry that you are playing fast and loose with our nation's
Well, I just gave you testimony here.
I just want to conclude by
Yeah, but I just gave you testimony of how well things are moving forward, not as fast as everybody would like.
But you also said that in 6 or 9 months, if things don't go well, you're going to have to do something else. And the president's already said that he's not ruled out the military option. And you've also just said that, yes, we are at war. The president has wartime powers.
But every president retains the power to use military to protect.
So it's reasonable for me to ask you...
And I gave you a very specific example. Every president retains the right to defend the United States against an imminent threat. Yes, if there are just give you an example, Iranian drones deployed in Venezuela that could threaten the United States, we most certainly will address that, even if it's located in Venezuela. But we hope we don't get to that point. We don't expect to get to that point. I don't think that... We're not trending in that direction. That's a fact. But that said, on the one hand,
people of America are worried that this is a president who engages in yet another forever war, Mr. Secretary. We don't need to be in another forever war, and that is the path that we are going towards. And let me just say,
well, how are we going towards a forever war if we're dealing with Delcy Rodriguez every day?
You're not going to ask him to rescind his invocation of the Alien Enemies Act. That puts Americans in jeopardy. And let me just say something about the president's recent comments about NATO allies. When I served in Iraq, there were Polish forces there with us. There were British forces there with us. There were Spanish forces there with us. I personally landed in Elzi, España, which came under direct attack by insurgents. Polish troops who have worked with the Illinois military, with the Illinois National Guard for 30 years, died in Afghanistan, Mr. Secretary.
All the president wants is for NATO to have more
our NATO allies have stood beside us.
He wants our allies to have more
NATO. We need to maintain the strength of that alliance.
I get it.
All the president wants is our allies. Your time's up. Not making much progress here.
Well, let me just say, the president just wants our allies to have more capabilities to be involved in operations like that, God forbid, in the future if necessary.
That's not
an unreasonable
he said
request.
That they stayed a little behind, and they certainly did not come to our defense. And
well, not every country in Europe, not every country in NATO participated in those missions.
Denmark suffered some of the greatest military casualties.
There's no doubt that many of our allies have stepped forward and provided assistance to us, and there are many others that simply don't have the capability to do it now or in the future.
That's not what the president said.
Senator
Lee
he
was pointing to.
Government at work, folks.
I appreciate her courage to say something despite her level of understanding or knowledge on the issue.
No, she's not trying to understand, though. She's trying to win.
She had a point to make.
That this is another forever war. Like, so this is just like Iraq. It was just like Afghanistan, right? This is just like even Libya. Okay.
España.
Okay. No, it seems like if the shoe was on the other foot, they would be all for, like Ukraine funding. I wonder if she ever wore a Ukraine flag.
Ooh, I bet she did.
Interesting. Let's go to Mike the mechanic. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
You got to cut that out. I wanted to put my hand through the radio and strangle that jaw.
I'm trying to inform the public, Mike.
Oh, I already know. They're wanting to ask this guy questions, but they don't want to hear no answers.
Yeah. Yep.
Who was that? AOC?
Tammy Duckworth.
Yeah. My God. But she's just like every one of the others.
Exactly.
They won't be quiet and hear the answer, and they're too stupid to understand anything. I was just going to tell you, I enjoyed the program, except for you playing that kind of thing.
It got you to call, Mike. It got you to call.
My blood pressure was getting up.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Man, Mike hit on something. I think she may be dumber than AOC.
Maybe.
Yeah, but she won that popularity contest. So
Right.
That was just hard.
Got
man.
that going for
That was rough.
Yeah.
No, but it's not. It's playing to your crowd, playing to your tribe. That's the whole point.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Whatever.
Now what?
We really did it, boys. Really did it. Oh yeah, did you see that our hometown senator, was that a thing yesterday? Like a Trump thing?
Who's that?
Katie Britt? She was at a thing?
That doesn't surprise me. I'm glad she's there.
And it was on the whole Trump accounts thing.
Oh, well, yeah, she ought to be buying that 100%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then apparently today they're commemorating the 1-year anniversary of the Laken Riley Act being signed into law. Actually, I think it's pretty good law.
Hey, with that Trump baby money, that encourage either one of you two guys to have some babies now?
I don't need more encouragement. Maybe practice, but that's about it.
Okay.
You don't need any more encouragement? It's just...
Yeah, but it's got a great bonus there. I mean, you guaranteed
a little bit of chunk of change for the kid.
Instead of going in debt.
Free money, baby.
Free money.
Yeah.
So here's her take. She was part of some round table. They had a bunch of folks there. Oh, is that Ted? Ted Cruz?
Lion Ted?
Teddy.
He holds the Bible high and lies, folks. I saw him going up against Ted Cruz, debate champion. I'm like, what do I say? He's a liar. Little beady-eyed Ted. Liar. What, his dad, was helped kill JFK? Or, all the stuff that was thrown out there about Ted Cruz at that time. It's like, And Trump won. It's almost like it's not about rational arguments.
It's not.
Interesting.
It's high school.
And instead of cosplaying like we are doing rational arguments, instead of pretending and that's what it was for the longest time. We're pretending to have rational, reasonable conversation. No, we're not. We're not. It's not any of this. Anyway, let's listen in to Katie.
And I appreciate your vision and your spark in making this happen. These two men up here, I heard Ted stand up in our conference and start to tell people what this meant. And you could see people shifting in their chairs thinking, is this possible? And then the work that Jason did, obviously, and the president landing the plane, it is changing lives dramatically. So as a parent, you heard some of them up here today. We've heard you all talk. Obviously, it's spurring capitalism in the next generation. You're taking a look at the nest egg, as the president said, that nest egg that not everyone has. What are they going to be able to do with that? You can use it at 18, or to Ted's point, you can wait till 35, but it may be education. It may be career and technical education. It may be, kind of sort of investing in a home. We know home ownership has been out of reach for millions of Americans. Used to, you buy your first home 25, 26, now it's 38 and beyond on average if you can do that. Or, as we heard Mr. Wonderful say earlier, entrepreneurs, people who want to build a small business or have a dream may have a launching pad to do that because of this.
Yep. And so just to lay it out simple, you can go to trumpaccounts.gov.
Okay.
And what is it? You get $1,000 for every American child born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. The account is fully in your child's name, and you are the sole custodian until they turn 18. No contributions are necessary. The thousands comes whatever way.
For the government, right?
But you can deposit up to $5,000 per year to maximize growth, and I'd imagine that's right off on taxes as well if you do that sort of thing. And anybody, this is where it gets even better, anybody can donate into these accounts. There are a lot of companies just doing it for their employees. So you got kids that were born in this time frame, and you're an employee of Steak and Shake. Yeah. They are giving a big boost in that regard. A lot of companies are doing that.
A lot of them are more going to get involved.
Michael and Susan Dell.
Yep, they got a huge
They
chunk.
just did a donation at large. They pumped up every single one of these accounts. Mm-hmm. And I would hope there are going to be more who sit with the hundreds of billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars, who are going to start doing those at large things. And so even though 1,000, if you just sit on it for 18 years, if you sit on it for 30 years.
Sit on it for 18 years, that's worth like $1,035.
Wait until they cut interest rates, Eddie.
Wait till they tax you on it.
Oh, man.
No, I think it's a great idea because, again, at 18, you can go to college, okay, and there are loans out there that will help you get into college. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, nothing. And it's demoralizing a little bit. Going, well, you guys are willing to give me $200,000 for an education, but I just need $2,000 to get this, idea off the ground.
No, and I hate to say this because my parents saved, invested, had enough money so I could go to Auburn. That money they saved and invested for my college fund probably would have been better off just reinvesting.
Would you have still gone to college if your parents hadn't had some money set aside for you? I feel like you would have.
Maybe, but even then, it felt like I was jumping through another hoop.
Really?
Yeah. And at first, I was a little excited. Like, oh, I'm done with the high school thing. I can now, study what I'm actually interested in. No. Like, you got all these basic curriculum stuff, and then all the classes you want. Well, like, there's so many guardrails and gatekeepers, and, I was told so many times, well, that's grad school level. Why? We got books. We have minds, and we can use our words. Why?
Gatekeeper.
Yeah, and
you said it, man.
That drove me crazy.
You said it.
Especially on the stuff that actually interests me.
Stuff you actually wanted to study.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm probably, at that time, when I was 18, I wanted to do an interdisciplinary thing where it was like mix of history, economics, and politics. And a little philosophy thrown in there, too, like theory.
But at the same time, I could understand them, I won't say not letting, but discouraging people from taking on too much, because there's some that can't just first semester and they're out.
Now, there are liberal arts schools that do stuff like that. There are now amazing programs. I would say to most people, unless you're going to, like, there's a lot of reasons to go to Auburn. If their engineering school is great, the architectural design school is great, the architecture school, industrial design and architecture school, the aerospace engineering, the pharmacy. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Go to Auburn if you're nursing school in particular.
What if I want to get in state government?
Maybe.
Tuscaloosa, baby.
Tuscaloosa might be better for you.
The best advice I ever heard was until you know exactly what you want to do, get a business degree. And then when you figure out what you want to specialize in, then go to that school.
But now they have places, like I've seen Catholic ones, but it doesn't have to be even religious, where, like the one I saw that was Catholic, you learn a skilled trade, and at the same time you're getting a classical liberal arts education. So reading history, philosophy, all this other stuff. You're being taught that, and you're learning a skilled trade like in carpentry. And by the time you go through the whole program, you actually end up with more money. Like, so the job you're doing is paying for it, and you end up with more money. You're paid a wage, essentially. And there's a lot of these places like this where you're doing a practical job, and you're learning whatever industry, and at the same time you're getting, and often some of them now even have campuses and stuff where you're getting that classical liberal education. So I like these more creative solutions, or like folks that want to pump up entrepreneurs. Like, you got an idea right out of the gate, we're looking for young people with ideas. Let's help them out.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest bubbles, healthcare's up there, but one of the biggest bubbles is higher education. And it's going to be an ugly pop because, I still love my time at Auburn, but I look at it and I'm like, it had very little to do with the education.
First, all the undergrad courses are basically garbage.
A lot of them are.
But it showed that you were willing to dedicate yourself to something for 4 years. I mean, you actually had a goal to graduate college.
I did it
and
in 4 years.
Yeah. So, there's something to be said for that. Just like a lot of people will go into the military. Well, if you do that first 4 years in the military, it shows that you were committed to something. You were able to stick to it for 4 years.
Yeah. No, and there's times where I think you could go back and you do it like the right way. You really go to every class and you network with people in like student government and stuff and all this. I'm like, that was never my personality. It was never in the cards.
Kudos to you for 4 years. I mean, Eddie's talking about time. It took me 5.5, man.
5.5?
I just went through my list. I started with engineering, went undecided after that, psychology, political science, advertising and PR. Walked out with 3 degrees at the end of it, so I was kind of on the Van Wilder path a little bit.
Yeah, but you walked out with 3 degrees. I mean,
and you know how many I use?
There's what I hear all the time.
A quarter of one, maybe.
That's what I hear all the time.
Well, and actually on the entrepreneur front, here's a little more from Senator Britt. Again, this presentation of the Trump accounts.
We're putting that in the palm of every child's hand. And what we have to do now is we have to raise awareness, both from entrepreneurs, from businesses, but parents who understand, just like he was talking about, the governor said, that compounding interest that will put that $5, that $10, showing their kid that all of that adds up. Because to me, this is a public-private partnership of the best level. And when we heard those moms and dads that spoke up here earlier saying they don't have to worry as much now about the future because they're paying for diapers, you've got a lot of incoming when you're a young parent, whether it's the cost of childcare, which President Trump also addressed in this bill, which was significant, to all of the incoming. And so to have this set aside and to be able to build on it year after year is going to be transformational, and it's going to change this entire generation, and I believe our nation for years and years to come.
And it also, I think it does give peace of mind. If you're 18, you're like, I'm kind of in the bubble about college. Oh, but I've got this big nest egg here.
Say you're 18 and you know that, you're fixing to get kicked out of your house, which happens a lot. Yeah. At least you've got something.
You got something. Now, there are going to be a lot of people that take it immediately at 18 and just waste it.
There's going to be a lot of, but it's theirs, right? It's
No,
theirs to do it with. So.
It is, but I'm just... I think we need a little more of that side of used to be in America. Like, okay, you effed up.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Yes.
And pick yourself up. And there are a lot of people, by the way, who will help you pick yourself up. But don't be entitled to,
right.
I can do whatever I want, screw around however I want, no consequences,
Going to
Daddy.
the strip club, yeah. But is this going to be a taxable income when they get it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd imagine there would be a tax event when you withdraw.
It should not be. That's not what this is designed for. And if they don't nip it in the bud in the front end, they're going to catch it about 15 years in when these things start to mature. Hey, we need some tax collection on this money. I mean, after all, it was our money to begin with. So.
I wonder if it's designed that way.
But can you imagine the amount? And I know people screamed when George W. Bush and his administration were talking about privatizing Social Security.
Yeah, but that was the smartest thing to me.
Yeah, can you imagine if in the 30s, instead of the stupid system we got now,
because
which
people believed in the government,
was sold as a private account, was just sold as it's not a redistribution program and all this, and now it's just out the bag with the left. It's like, yeah, let's just tax all the rich to pay for Social Security. I'm like, well, that's okay. It's a redistribution program.
That's what you're doing. You're bringing everyone down.
Can you imagine all that money, though, like taken out of your paycheck, went into an investment account that gets yield over time? And you could do it in a pretty safe way if the government's essentially managing it. And it's like, what are we even doing? What are we even doing?
Well, that's what worries me about this. It sounds like a great idea. Right now, I'm 10 toes deep in it. But I know as that starts to mature, these politicians are going to look at that money that's sitting in that account.
Oh, sure.
And start saying, you know what, this will go towards this. This could go. And then you're going to have people that J.D. Wentworth type that said, hey, you're 17, you're getting ready to get that big lump of change. I'll give it to you today for 50 cents on the dollar.
Well, and we talked about this the other day. That gets into the cultural problems we have. It's not just an economic or a dollars and cents or a numbers game. If you have don't have the ability to delay gratification, you always want the money now, as much as you can get now. Even if I tell you, hey, if you wait a few years, you'll get a lot more in the future. Want it now. You need to bear the consequences of that mentality.
If the people I worked with at Hyundai, and God love them all, they were the brokest $100,000 employees I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
They would make $100+ a year, and title pawn places would have half their titles.
Man.
And I'm just like, and then they wouldn't be in the 401k. I remember one time we had a meeting, they were like less than 50%. I was like, hey, let me have their 401k, because y'all are matching. I'll do all their stuff. And, of course you can't do that. But it's just a narrow-sightedness. I want it now.
Yeah. We need to go to a break, but first, let's take a call.
Okay.
Line 1, you're on there. Who's this?
Hey, this is Sam calling from Pike County. How you gentlemen doing today?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, everybody. I'm enjoying this break in the weather. It sure is nice. In fact,
cold?
The temperature's up a little bit today.
Oh, is it?
Not quite as...
Not in here.
Yeah, man. It's not that freezing. Oh, it feels good out here. I'm in the parking lot of the Walmart here in Troy.
And I'm happy to hear from your message.
Pardon?
I'm happy to hear the Sprout robots got you all excited yesterday.
That, for some reason, that just, I've worked in several offices and whatnot, and I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want now. You're not going to get any work done when he's around. and he's going to accumulate the little kick me Post-its, and then we'll dress him up. Oh, it's just, I bet it's up at Sprout. The price will come down on him. But, excuse me. But, reason I called, I just wanted to chime in once again about the account, the money being set aside.
Yeah.
And I always imagined it as is, like the strings being attached. There would be, as long as you stayed in school, you'll get the money. You got to graduate, that kind of stuff. But yeah, there'll be people. There'll be politicians angling for this. But it's a great idea.
Yeah.
What triggered me, it gives you opportunities, and I think back what would hit me. 30, 40 years ago, I remember I was out car shopping and I was in a Toyota dealership, and all the brochures were about their little trucks that they had.
Yeah.
Or if you buy this truck, and then it would give the story of Juan. He started doing a business, and there were different people that took their Toyota, and they everything from shoeing horses to welding repair, and then they were able to operate their business out of their affordable small pickup truck, and that was it, man. It was just the money will give so many people opportunities.
Yep.
And it's just I'm upbeat about it. But no, man, I got me a new shirt, and I'm trying to get it on and talk on the phone at the same time. So locals are looking at me, and they're
been there.
I got my handicap. Placard up, so they expect a little bit of craziness.
That's a real
anyway,
man
I'm
right
enjoying
there.
That's it, man. Just enjoying this weather. Enjoying the show, too, guys.
Appreciate it, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. See you, brother.
And actually, this TrumpAccounts.gov has a little calculator here. By the age of 18, if you contribute nothing a year, it'd be $6,000.
That's really good, dude. That's
really good. If you contribute $250 a year, which is nothing. $250 a year, it'd be $19,000 by the time you're 18.
Think of like the incentives people could have. Like, say you have a program where you have youth come work for you for the summer, and we'll pay you minimum wage, but if you complete the course, we'll put $500 into that account. I mean, little incentive things like that.
Now, if you put $5,000 a year, that's a little more.
Well, yeah.
That's definitely more than that's a big old car payment.
Between
right
the
there.
families, a family can come together and give you $5,000 a year.
It would be, by the time you're 18, $271,000. Now, if you wait to age 27, you put nothing in over all those years, $15,000.
Still, dude, $15,000.
If you put $250 a year, it's $51,000.
And again, I can think of all the incentives of people be able to do that.
If you put in $5,000 a year all the way to your 27, you do that $5,000, 27 years, be about worth $742,000. And then they've even got one for age 55. So you do nothing. You treat it kind of like a retirement fund.
Yeah.
You start at birth.
Okay.
You put nothing in a year. By the time you're 55, it's worth $243,000. You put $250 a year's worth $878,000.
But actually, isn't that number going to go up because, well, I guess not, because cost of living and things like that. It's just based on percentage.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you got to contribute something. Like, that would be kind of the idea to show. It's what Senator Britt was just talking about. Like, it gives an opportunity to teach people and be like, here, you've got this.
Again, the way you could do incentives. I want Joey to come work for my company. We'll give you a company car. We'll give you this. We'll give you this.
And we'll
also contribute $100 a month to your kid's
and
account.
It's portable. You take it wherever. It's not tied to your job.
Exactly.
So to speak. Which I think, by the way, defined contribution instead of defined benefits are much more flexible. Just makes a lot more economic sense.
All the way around.
Except for state employees. Which we have a lot of state employees who listen, and I love you all.
They do a great job.
Well, and many of them, I see why it's a good gig.
Yeah.
Right? You got great benefits, a lot
Great
of
benefits,
time off.
decent retirement, time off, but I think your starting pay is a little low. But
I lived with a guy who worked for the federal government in the military for a while.
He seemed to have done pretty good.
He did all right. And not being crazy, never making a crazy amount of money. Just
but that's steady.
Solidly steady. Yeah. Worked 30 years and then 20 more years in a civilian gig, and you can do all right.
Yeah.
So it takes all types.
But, okay, let me another question with that. Money in the account, and I'm sure this has come up. Say I've got a child and he passes away.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Could I use that? Because this happens to a lot of families. Could I use that money to help pay for burial services and things
probably.
like that? I would hope so, because that,
I hope there's a lot of
I
these
see that kind of
questions
things,
answered. Anyway, that's a terrible thing to think about, but no.
It's reality. Yeah. Honestly, it's reality.
Anyway,
if you divorce the child's mother can use that money to pay for your legal
No, but your
defense.
child support should be $10 a month goes to that kid's account. At
like
least
that.
$10
That's
a month out of
good.
your child
Yeah.
support should go to that kid's account.
This part of the program?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder, again, there at Dillon Rings. And yeah, it's still true that Valentine's Day is like right around the corner. And
Do something better than a box of chocolate.
I know. Or like, I got you a stuffed animal. What? What?
Right.
Got your wife a stuffed animal?
The dog's going to like it, but the wife's not going to really enjoy it.
Right. Ugh. Unless she's like really into cows or something. Like, I got a cute little cow.
Sure, but I think she would rather have something sparkly.
Yes.
Something she could wear.
Yes,
Show her
show
friends.
off.
Yep. There you go.
And as we suggested earlier, maybe you say, hey, for Valentine's Day, it's like, well, it's 3 weeks away, honey. What are you even talking about? Let's go buy Dillon
do something
Rings.
together.
Let's build you something custom made by that true artist over there, Josh Ryder.
That's a great idea, man.
I think it's only 2 weeks away.
2 weeks?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
As of this weekend, you're right.
Yeah.
Better hurry.
Folks, get by there. Get by Dillon Rings. That's 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off Atlanta Highway. And, of course, they do all sorts of stuff from repairs to spa treatments to make that jewelry shine and shimmer like it's brand new again. Appraisals. They buy old jewelry off you. They can do it all when it comes to jewelry, and not to mention just a great inventory. So, again, y'all check them out, and be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun. ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors. Your ride to freedom starts here.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me. Byron Sheehy had to scoot. But, Trump just had this big old cabinet meeting, right?
Yeah.
And apparently he ended it in famous fashion. Some 30-second exchange with J.D. Vance. I've yet to watch this. I've just heard it like this was great.
Let's break it.
Let's listen in together. This is the very tail end of the big old cabinet meeting.
I just want to thank everybody for being here. My cabinet has been amazing. I like this much better than going around for 3 hours. We'll pick on other ones. Pam, you're doing great. We're all doing great. JD, if you'd like to say something, you can. Would you like to really quickly? He is, after all, the vice president of the United States.
It's okay, sir. I'm here for the free coffee. I just say it's an honor to serve with this group, and we're doing a lot of good for the American people. We're very proud of it.
Yeah, we're very proud of the country. We're very proud of you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Nah, that wasn't that great. That was more them being like, let's get out of here.
Bro.
We've been doing this long enough.
Yep.
We don't have to drag this out. Everybody knows. Everybody knows we're doing great things.
At least they're trying.
They're trying.
I mean, gas prices are still down. I'm happy about that.
Now, are you feeling like a good economy?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of other people are?
Not everybody. No, it's unfortunate, but it's starting to catch up. People are spending money now, and I won't say a little less carelessly or anything, but they're spending more now than they were 6 months ago for sure. I think a lot more people are like me, and they feel the positive coming. It's just not quite there yet. The momentum's there, but I really do predict by summer things will be busting. I really do.
Busting?
Busting. Yep. I see all the new construction going on up here, not just homes, but also a lot of commercial realty is building like crazy. That's a good thing, man. That's jobs all the way around. Oh.
So the story Erica Thomas was talking about just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the headline is Coleman Spa Boss Moonlighting as quote-unquote red obsession after posting $1 million bond in felony drug case. And just this lady went viral because it's one of those classics folks are like, I can fix her sort of thing.
Remember this? Yep. I remember her.
Yeah, you remember her.
Yep.
So Eric Thomas writes, a former Coleman Spa owner out of jail on $1.055 million bond appears to have a new side hustle as she awaits trial. Whitney Cheatham. Great name.
Yeah, it is.
Great name for all what happened.
Hollywood name here, buddy.
Former owner of Infusion Wellness Spa is listed on OnlyFans and a pornographic website that offers live chats, videos, and photos. I like how Erica didn't mention. Well, which one? Nah, I wouldn't. I don't think, even when I was perving out, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Nah, man. I'm
Dude,
good.
you're in the spa. She's a business owner. You think she's big dog?
No, I mean go to the live chat thing.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, under the name, Erica Thomas is helping all these detectives. Like, let's look at this up.
That's right.
Under the name Red Obsession, the account offers daily exclusive content, live streams, panties sent straight to you, and more. And more. Wait, there's more. The account also has an Amazon registry. Yeah, they all do. With sex toys, clothing, beauty products, and household items. Like that's how the internet now works. Every hot girl's got an Amazon wish list.
This is weird.
Why? Because men pay for
it. Yes, they do.
Cheatham is facing 25 felony and misdemeanor counts, including drug trafficking, forgery, and practicing medicine without a license. She was indicted in December and is set for arraignment on February the 27th. 1819 News has reached out to her attorneys for comment. Cheatham's father, Kelvin Cheatham, and estranged husband, Cody Smith, were also arrested in connection with what authorities call a quote-unquote conspiracy. Kelvin Cheatham and Smith are both facing 11 charges, including criminal conspiracy to commit a controlled substance crime and fraud. Smith was previously arrested in Blount County on human trafficking and related offenses. His arrest was documented on True Blue's Takedown with Chris Hansen.
Yep.
According to the episode, Smith had just married Cheatham 2 weeks before the child sex sting. Hansen emphasized how tragic it would be for the wife, who had children, to find out her husband was arrested for such a crime. All parties are considered innocent until proven guilty.
That picture on the right ain't looking too innocent there, Joey. Her OnlyFans photo doesn't look too innocent.
What, with the booty shorts or and like the boy shorts?
And
Yeah.
Well, you know.
You see what I mean earlier about, like, we need to bring a little bit of shame and repression back? This is getting out of hand.
I think she's just trying to get some money built up for a cafeteria account. She knows she's going to be put away quite a while.
Yeah. It's just sometimes a name is destiny, too.
Oh, no doubt.
Cheatham. Would you believe the Cheathams are up to cheating?
Do we cheat them and how?
Mm-hmm. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Neil.
Hey, Neil. What's up, buddy?
I haven't called in a while. It's really tragic what happened up in Minnesota, and I don't want to minimize that. But, we kind of opened the floodgates for millions of illegals to come in, and the operation that we have to get rid of the bad folks that came in through that is great. But what did people expect? I mean, anytime you have an operation of that size, and I'm not saying whether what happened to those two people was the right thing or not, but you're going to have some bad stuff that happens, and there seems to be no sense of proportion from the media about things like that. I mean, bad things happen.
Yes. Well, I think the media is playing on what I was talking about earlier, that the people at large, individuals are great, but the people at large are a fickle beast, and they're easily swayed, and there are a lot of folks who maybe even like the idea of immigration enforcement and mass deportations, but they're like, I just don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see ugly stuff like this. It's too much tragedy, so even though there are people actively doing the agitating so these tragedies occur.
A lot of it's acting.
And I think they're just folks with no stomach. They don't take actually what's happening in government all that seriously, and they're easily manipulated, especially emotionally.
Oh, you let them in by the millions, and then you want to litigate each individual one as they go out, and that's just not going to work. I mean, what did people vote for if they didn't? I think it's gone fairly well so far.
Well, and that's the problem with our system. The people voted for that, but guess what? We're going to have to vote again here soon. So to hell with what they voted for before. We'll convince them to vote for something different.
Right. Frustrating.
That's what worries me.
Yeah, exactly.
But, all right, guys. Well, thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Did you hear, and I'm sure you did, you listened to Charlemagne, but he came out with the statement the other day that he thought that after...
like he compared it to the Nazis, like the Nuremberg trials.
Dude, I thought for
Charlemagne is a lightweight.
I get it, but I thought for 5 minutes his head got screwed on halfway straight, and then they came out with this.
No, but he's a lightweight. He always has been a lightweight on any serious political discussion, or any serious discussion in general. Yeah. Is he a great broadcaster? Yes, he is.
I don't think he is.
I think he is.
To him.
I think he's
maybe I've just got the
he's no. They put on a dynamic show that gets people's attention. Like, I'm not going to knock him, and he is quite funny often. I give him that credit a lot.
I give him a lot of credit. I give him none.
But he's very frustrating in how he reduces down some things. And maybe we'll get Andrew Schultz on him. I don't know. I don't know Schultz, but
I like Schultz.
Yeah, but even those guys are kind of
they can work.
Shane Gillis and all these bros that were behind the Trump train are now like kind of waffling, and that's their luxury. They're not serious people. They're serious about their comedy, but stop running to Joe Rogan or your comedy buddies to give you serious commentary.
But I need something to laugh at, Joey, and get educated at the same time.
Sure. Just pick something to laugh at.
That's kind of hard.
And educate yourself in other ways.
I don't know. I'm kind of fully educated now, I feel like.
Yeah, the guy who's probably in comedy who has the most, I don't always agree with him on his serious stuff, but who is fairly well informed is Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
Like, he has a certain angle I don't always agree with, but, like, he does seem to know his stuff. Like,
he knows how to push
just
buttons.
The dynamics of how things work. But, again, generally speaking, it's like, stop expecting, like, Theo Vaughn to be your, like, go-to for all things serious.
Theo Vaughn's the smartest thing ever. You know that. He's going to be president.
No, I remember, speaking of Charlemagne, I think it was Funny Marco who was on Theo Vaughn's show, and, tell you, Charlemagne's a pretty man. You put a wig on him, some NBA player's going to sleep with him.
There's not a doubt about that, Joey. And it might not just be NBA players.
NFL players? too?
Eddie Murphy got busted with some of that action.
Really?
Yeah, he got busted with trannies more than one time.
I didn't know that.
Eddie Murphy?
Is he into it or is it just a mistake?
Well, the first time he said he was helping a hitchhiker at 3 a.m.
See what I mean about the repression and shame thing?
Well, he waited till it was 3 a.m.
Anyway, got to hit this break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. And there at the Goodson Group, Bo and his team are ready to help you, whether you're looking to buy or sell property here in the River Region real estate market. Bo has been working, helping buyers and sellers here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas for about half a century now. And he can help you in that same way. And not only can they help you buying and selling property at the Goodson Group, they also have management services available should you want to rent out your home. Great idea in this market. Why not, for a reasonable fee, have the Goodson Group manage it for you? So y'all check them out today. If you want to learn more, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or manage that rental property, you can always go to thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. Final segment coming up.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Hello, I'm Johnny Sullivan from Sinclair's Restaurant. We're almost 27 years, and our business is as good as ever, and I give credit to Blue Water Broadcasting for keeping us on the air and letting people know what we do. Advertising with them has been a huge help to our business. I've seen an uptick from day one. If you need to grow your business, I highly recommend you give them a call.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the River Region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
When it's time to replace an old window or door, you want expert craftsmanship and proven experience. You want Davis Door and Sash. Right now, take advantage of our limited time promotion. 10% off materials on new energy efficient doors and windows. Voted best in the River Region for windows and installation in 2024 and 25. Davis Door and Sash would love to work for you. Call 334-288-6010 or visit davisdoorandsashalabama.com. Davis Door and Sash, the perfect fit for your home.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones. Talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right. Life's good.
Yeah.
Sitting here talking with Bo, the pop advertising. He don't want to talk to you, Joey.
Why?
I don't understand
He's
why.
a good man. What happened?
I don't know.
How's it going, Joey?
Hey, how are you, sir?
He's
doing well.
He's sitting there trying to talk me into spending more money on your radio station.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I even heard a commercial, Ray Bowles bragging about how it's working on the radio. So
It really is working. It works extremely well.
See?
Look, I sell floors for a living. So if you need flooring, I'm your guy. When it comes to buying advertising, no, I don't know what in the devil I'm doing. So for years, how long have we been working together?
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Wow.
I just give it all to Bo. He's the one who turned me on to you guys and doing it live.
Good deal.
And so yeah, if you are a business owner and you're like, I don't know where to go, call me and I'll put you on with Bo, because he's handled us really, really good all these years. And look, hey, if not, we wouldn't be talking to you right now.
There you go.
That's true.
There you go.
And if y'all need a floor, call us 285-8117. Don't forget, we're going to start really working on pushing bathroom remodels and letting you know what we can do with that sector.
All right.
So if you have like a tub that needs to be a shower, walk-in shower, we can handle every bit of that for you.
Nice. Again, folks, that number is 285-8117. When you call them up there at 285-8117, be sure to say, hey, I heard Ray Bowles on the radio with Joey and Eddie.
Guys, y'all have a great day.
You too, brother.
Appreciate you. Yeah, Bo's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
So what did we learn today? That I think we need more shame and repression.
Yes,
a little bit
Joey
more.
is very pro-shame.
No, well, and I'm very much in favor of self-inflicted shame and repression.
I don't trust
get
that,
so
though.
bad that other folks need to do it for you.
Well, I don't trust that, though, because sometimes you can beat yourself up too much. It's better when a bully
But isn't
does
there
it.
kind of like a concentric circles around, like, if it's your family member or your close friend, you're going to be quicker to be like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, you're
as
supposed to
opposed
be.
to, like, you know, the random stranger. Like, it's not my responsibility to shame you necessarily.
Right, but sometimes a good shaming by a random stranger, yeah, it works. It works. You never bumped into somebody and they said, hey, watch it, fat boy.
We've established that fat shaming works quite well. Now, there are some people that get all in their feelings, like, I have a thyroid issue. Then why are you even mad?
Right. Then they're not part of that conversation.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
And I'm sorry if I included you. I lumped you in. Emphasis on lump.
Yeah, lumpy.
Anyway, appreciate you being here.
Yeah, it was good.
We're going to do it again tomorrow?
That's the plan, brother.
I think we have Carico in the studio.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll see what else pops up. Y'all stay tuned. Happy Hour with Greg Vidal and Pamela. They're next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana News Talk